Yeah, man. What up, though? What's popping, man? How y'all feel? What's the deal? Doing a quick pop up on y'all on this episode right here. That weigh-in just went down. My boy Max in the building. What up, Max? Max said, I hope Triple G beats the Roy's out of him. Oh shit. Let's go, Max. Max, turn up. Get Max to drop. Get Max to drop. Max, Max in here turning up. Hell yeah. I ain't mad at you. Yeah, man. This shit should be good, man. What y'all think of the weigh-ins? I got a survey in the chat. We're gonna talk about this later as this fight progresses. I'm out here on the phone right now, live on location. Yeah, man. This shit went down though in a major way, yo. Um, Triple G came in at 167.8. Canelo was 167.4. Yo, what did y'all think of the theme music? Did y'all hear the Canelo had the little Mexican hip hop song? The hook was like Canelo, 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 Canelo. Oh yeah, that motherfucker came out there with the hip hop. Had a damn theme song. I ain't used to seeing that. I ain't used to seeing Canelo, first of all, come out with hip hop. I only seen him do that one other time. But this time, like, to actually have his own theme song. And the dude hey, look, shout out to Dolce & Gabbana, man. He promoting the hell out of them pajama brands, bro. So every time I see him coming out with the pajamas. So I ain't mad. I ain't bad at all. I thought it was a pretty good weigh-in. Canelo made his ass wait. He definitely made him wait. He did not let him he didn't just come straight out. Pause. Yeah, he didn't come straight out the back room. He made Triple G ass wait for a little bit. But I thought it was a pretty damn good weigh-in, man. Very tense. The face-off was very tense. I don't know why the zone got to bring out Rosie Perez all the time, though. I mean, old boy called her the queen of boxing. I was like, since when? Rosie Perez, the queen of boxing? Never heard of it. Never heard of that. I don't know where they got that from. That's new news to me. But the weigh-in though, man, pretty intense, man. This shit was dope. Neither guy really wanted to break. They damn sure neither guy really wanted to break. But who y'all think gonna win this shit? It's going down in a major way. The trilogy, Canelo, Triple G, Part 3. Yeah, man. Some are saying like the weight, the triple. I heard Eddie doing an interview. Oh yeah, Eddie's interview, man. I gotta react to that too. Eddie said he got the paperwork from Tyson Fury last night for the AJ fight. He said they want to get AJ while he's weak, while he's broken. He said maybe it's a good idea. He said like they only want AJ in December. They don't want to wait till later. It's like almost now or nothing. But went down in a major way though. What else did Eddie say? Definitely praise gave Ben Rodriguez. Oh, he was talking about Triple G was looking like his cheeks was sucked in the last few times he saw Triple G. So what's up, Reg? Reg, I'm pulling one of your moves, man, straight off the phone. But I dropped the link though. Pull up if you got time. Did you see the weigh-in? No, you didn't see the weigh-in because you was live. I was watching your live on the laptop, and I was watching your live on the phone, and I was watching the weigh-in on the laptop. Man, that shit was tense, man. Canelo got a damn theme song, Reggie. He got a hook and everything chanting his name. Canelo, 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 Canelo. Yeah, man. It's like a reggaeton type shit. Yeah, got his name all in the hook. It's like the Mayweather Money Team theme song, the Latino version. I ain't lying. That shit had me rolling. Oh, so you did see it. You did see it. Hell yeah, man. Canelo, man. I heard Eddie talking about Canelo was his cheeks. Triple G, his cheeks was sunk in and all of that shit. What's up, Andrew Charles? Said his cheeks was sunk in. He said so the weight was holding him back. He said he couldn't train 100% for the Maruta fight, the fight he took over there in Japan. He said, but he definitely got up for this one right here. It was like he was wincing at times when he got hit to the body over there. But it was the weight. It was the weight, they said. But Canelo came in at 167.4, Triple G 167.8, all the belts on the line. So Triple G got a chance to walk away. Like he said, I made enough money off this Canelo fight where I could retire. You know what I'm saying? But should he retire? Win, lose, or draw? Should he walk away at this point? He's 40 years old. Um, I mean, unless he like, I think they asked Eddie about a fourth fight. Eddie said the only way we really get a fourth fight is if Triple G wins, because a draw and two Canelo wins, that'll pretty much close the chapter. But if Triple G is able to pull this off, yeah, who knows? Who probably can get a fourth fight. Canelo's trying to stop him. This ain't them fighting at 160. This is 168. This for Triple G's first fight at 168. Canelo's been here several times. How's that weight gonna how's Triple G gonna carry that heavyweight in the fight? Canelo's more used to this heavyweight, right? At this point, Triple G's been fighting at 160 for about 15 or 16 years. It can't be easy to make that weight at a 40-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? And then you're gonna fight at 168. We shall see. We shall see. I just know this. Um, I'm in for this fight, man. A lot of people said we didn't want to see this fight. It was it's past its time, but man, look. Let me see if I got that picture right here. Damn, I ain't got it on this phone. I gotta send it over. Man, that crowd was in full effect, man. Show my age right there. I show my age with that slang right there. They was in full effect, yo. Man, they was packed. It was deep out there, yo. They came out to see Canelo, yo. Rod of the Storm, what's good, my G? He said, what's up, marqnash? Salute to you in the chat. No, salute to you, my brother. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hell yeah, man. They was packed out there. My boy Reggie with the Killer Show, he said, Reggie said, yes, Triple G should walk away. For retirement to be spoken by Triple G, he knows his time has come to leave with his health. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. Once you start talking about it, that's about the time. It's about time to pull the trigger. But he said, Triple G, they was talking about should Triple G retire. Excuse me. I had to take a sip of this water. I don't want you to take no water break on the live show. Keep talking. Yeah, but I really believe that Triple G has done enough to walk away, man. Win, lose, or draw. He's a generational talent, right? Is Triple G going to the Hall of Fame? Is Triple G a Hall of Famer? Let me know in the chat right now. Is Triple G a Hall of Famer? I know nobody want to be first. Everybody want to copy somebody else's answer or debate somebody else's answer. I'm just asking. There's no right or wrong answer, I guess, because none of us on this chat got a vote anyway. It's just an opinion. Because look, Tim Bradley is not in the Hall of Fame. I heard somebody say the other day, if Fury beats Usyk, he's gonna be an all-time great. And I was like, yo, that was like he would have beat two all-time greats, Klitschko and Usyk. He would have beat two Hall of Famers, so he should be an all-time great. And I was like, well, Tim Bradley ain't considered an all-time great, and he beat Manny Pacquiao and beat Marquez. Both of those guys are gonna be Hall of Famers. Well, Marquez already did go, right? So Pacquiao I'm sure Pacquiao is gonna be a first ballot when he comes up for Hall of Fame. But people don't look at Tim Bradley as a Hall of Famer. He just got snubbed his fourth year in a row. Beat Pacquiao, beat Marquez, not in the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Rod of the Storm. He said all those Mexicans came out because Bud Light promised them a can. See, man, there you go. Tecate. I think Tecate was one of the sponsors. He said, who vote love GGG? Hold on. All the writers who vote love GG, so I believe he will be. Okay. They do. You're right about that. Reggie said, in my opinion, he isn't a Hall of Famer. He doesn't have any pivotal wins. He only has one pivotal fight opponent. Pivotal. No pivotal wins. You know, what about the but he's a two-time, well, he's a two-time unifier, right? If he beats Canelo, won't he be undisputed? If he beat Canelo, right? What if he beats Canelo, Reggie? If he beats Canelo and becomes undisputed at 168 at 40 years old, coming up in weight, his first fight at 168, he becomes undisputed. You don't think that'll get him in? Yeah, he does. I was thinking it right of the storm. Right of the storm. I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it. I was thinking about didn't want to say it because as good as I might think Danny Jacobs is, I don't think Danny Jacobs did enough to go to the Hall of Fame. He's gonna be in the Brooklyn Hall of Fame for sure. Gonna be in the New York Hall of Fame, but the International Boxing Hall of Fame, I don't think Danny Jacobs gonna be in there. Shout out to my boy Ty. He said Triple G by TKO by KO. Shit, Canelo ain't never even been dropped, bro. Neither one of these guys has been dropped or stopped. I think this shit going to the cards again, yo. I think it's going to the cards again. I think that Jacobs win is questionable because I thought that fight was closer than they had it. They had him washing Danny Jacobs on the scorecards. Deverenchenko too. Didn't Deverenchenko and that guy gave Charlo that work? I'm trying to remember. It was the same night his brother lost. If it wasn't, no, it won't. It might not have been Deverenchenko. It might have been was it Carbo? Was it Korobov? I think Korobov was the one who gave Charlo that work. Hell yeah. It's a good fight, good weigh-in, man. I'm excited about this fight. We did a rescore last night on the Neighbors Only channel, on the Neighbors Only live stream. And shit, by the end of it, a lot of people didn't give Triple G, but like, I think the max he got was 3 rounds when we rescored that first fight last night. When we watched it without the sound, thanks, Reg. It was Korobov. Hell yeah, Korobov gave Charlo that work. He said age is going to be a factor. Canelo will attack the body. Could be a ref stoppage. Who's the referee? Jack Reese? Is that you, Jay Reese? Shout out to Puro. He said, I got Triple G quitting in the 9th. I don't see him quitting. I see him going to the cards, Puro. What about him? What about him make you think he can make it to the championship rounds? What about him? What you see that I didn't see in the last fight? Or what did you see in Canelo last fight to make you think he's about to stop Triple G to the body? I mean, stop Triple G in the 9th. Curious. But yo, those motherfuckers Latinos showed up, man, and showed out, man. I like that theme song. Piro, I need you to translate that theme song. It was like, he gonna come in and take the cash, run with the dash, do it real fast. Canelo. Yeah, they had that dope ass theme song going. I like that theme song he had. I ain't gonna hold you. It said, okay, you got me. That's what I want. Okay, that's fair enough. I was like, damn. Did you put money on this build up? You put money on it? Let me know. Rod of the Storm, he said, hit him on the head, but the body is something different. Yeah. Triple G. Man, both of these guys got granite chins, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was watching that first fight last night. Triple G, a younger, stronger Triple G, hit Canelo flush with a counter, then drop him. Canelo hit Triple G flush on the button, then drop him. I just don't see these guys. I don't see these guys taking each other out the game like that. I just don't see it. He said, for real, the Canelo late stoppage or unanimous decision. Yeah, I see it going to the cards. I just think it's going to be unanimous this time. I don't think Canelo going to leave no doubt. But in going for the knockout like he trying to, because he said he don't want it to go to the judges this time. He could leave himself open. To get hit with some clean shots. Also, Triple G was saying Canelo isn't as invincible as he used to be with the judges. The judges are going to be are more open to, gonna be more fair with the scoring. Canelo don't have that allure around it no more. My boy Liz Lowe, the fans corner, he said he got Canelo by decision. Yeah, I can't see the survey. I'm on my phone, so I can't see the survey. But he said he got Canelo by decision. Puro said, nah, that's not. He said, nah, odds not that good, so he ain't betting on it. Anybody got money on the fight? Let me know. Don't bet with none of these YouTube niggas. You ain't gonna get paid the next week. If you're lucky, you might get it next week if you're lucky. Bet with a sports book. So if you're gonna bet with somebody on YouTube, tell somebody else to hold the money in furlough. These motherfuckers will win and to blow your phone up. They lose, you'll get it when you get it. Sounds messed up, but that's what I be saying out here. Hell yeah. He said the odds not that good. Canelo by decision. Okay, I read that one. Yeah, man. I was looking at this damn weigh-in though. Triple G definitely looks like he should have been moved up to 168. Both of these dudes gonna blow up in the morning though. Definitely gonna blow up in the morning. I wonder what Triple G gonna come in win. And Canelo probably gonna definitely come in about 10 pounds heavier. He said Triple G has a cast iron jaw, so a KO is a gamble. Odds on decision, not worth it. I feel you on that. I don't see now one of these dudes getting knocked out, bro. I would be surprised. I would be like, wow. But I'm gonna watch the fight though. Definitely gonna watch the fight. Definitely. And I'm excited about this fight, man, because this shit need to be over with. I'm tired of the back and forth. Who won? Who didn't won? He got robbed. Nah, man, let's get this shit over with once and for all. Well, I guess 3 times for all. Definitely a good fight, though. Definitely a good fight, and it's an interesting matchup, especially at 168, the age of Triple G. Did we see slippage in Canelo? Can Canelo afford 2 losses back to back? Just never know. Never know what's in the cards. Because if we all knew what was going to happen, y'all wouldn't want to see the fight. And it's damn sure a lot of people want to see this fight. This is a big event over there. Whether hardcore fans, whether it's casual fans, Canelo is definitely a draw. You can tell by his weigh-in. It was massive weigh-in. And these people came out in droves, Joe. It looked like one of those Mayweather weigh-ins. I ain't going to hold you. Definitely more people came to see this than they came to see the Bivol. He said, is Triple G gonna bring the phantom of Bivol back to Canelo head tomorrow? Who knows? He said, man, it's definitely a good fight, and it's a great psychological dimension with a great psychological dimension. Absolutely. Who's this? Andre Rodriguez. I couldn't agree more, Dre. This shit gonna be worth something, man. If you got the zone already, it only costs $64.99. If not, the rest of y'all got to pay what, $89.99. So it's like a $25 hike if you don't have the zone already. So glad I already got the zone. Puro said I wasn't excited, nigga. I wasn't excited, nigga. But Triple G is a bitch. So I'm amped to see Nello punish him. Why I gotta be a nigga though? Or niggling? I'm fucking with you, bro. He's typing right now. That ain't what I meant. No. He said I wasn't excited, but Triple G is a bitch. Why he gotta be a bitch though? What'd he do that was such a bitch? He only lost to one man. Hold on, what's that? He only lost to one person, bro. Got 1 loss, 1 draw. I don't think he a bitch. He said niggling, aka not gonna lie. Okay. That's what a niggling is. Okay. He said, you a fool, bro. I'm fucking with you, man. It's all love. I know you wouldn't call me that in my face. Yo, shout out to Mr. Gonzalez. He said, "What up, man? From Phoenix, Arizona. Peace out to Phoenix, man. Some good weed out there in Phoenix." He said, "No one expected Manny Pacquiao to get knocked out by Marquez." Good point. Good point. I damn sure didn't see that happening on the fourth fight. Damn sure didn't see that. Got to give you the drop for that one right there, man. Shit blew my mind. Yeah, I ain't see that. And there was a lot of sad faces when that shit happened. Oh yeah, they was crying in the audience. But yeah, but damn good point right here, Gonzalez. Yes! Yes! Good point. Good point. He said, pussy? Peach pussy? What we doing in this chat right here, Rider Storm? What we got going on here? It's a family show right here. Hugging the peach. What's that? Hugging ass? Hugging the pussy? Like, I don't know. I ain't that good with emojis. Puro laughing. All right. Yeah, I'm just clowning, man. Just clowning. Yeah, man. We're gonna watch. Gonna have a good live show tonight. I'm gonna do the live tonight for the regular show, and then after the live, we'll do a rewatch of the second fight. We're gonna do the rewatch, and we're gonna rescore the second fight. Triple G versus Canelo. Boxing Lounge in the building. What's up, family? He said, "Damn, you're there." He said, "I was typing that." He said, "What's good, champ? Nash? What's good with you, my brother? How you feel? What's the deal? Welcome home. Who gonna win this fight?" I got gas. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I'm farting right now. Excuse me. That'd be embarrassing if that shit picked up on the mic. Well, I guess I just told on myself. Whatever. What's good, Papa Chubba? Chubby. What's up, fam? Hell yeah, it's gonna be a good fight, man. It's gonna be a good fight. I'm excited about this one, big dog. I'm ready to see it. Especially after last week, we didn't get to fight. We wanted to fight last Saturday, and we couldn't get a fight. You know, the queen got murked. Well, she didn't get murked, but she died. So I definitely need my boxing fix. And Bam Rodriguez on this card too, man. I like Bam Rodriguez, man. Little Bam be going hard. At 118, little monster right there, homie. So that's a big one. Gabe Rosado's on this card. He's always in an exciting fight. One way or the other, Gabe Rosado always show up. So whether he win, lose, or draw. So I'm excited about that fight. Joey Chaz, what up? I'm gonna do the score immediately after the live stream, fam. So whatever time I go live, because my wife going to the concert. Remember, I was supposed to go to that T.I. concert tonight, but you know I got sick, so I'm gonna be responsible. I ain't gonna go out there and spread this shit to the whole State Farm Arena. So I'm gonna be on daddy dude. I'm gonna put my daughter down. So whenever I put her down, I'm gonna go live right after that. So should be around 10 o'clock though, 10:30. Around 10:30, I'm gonna go live with the regular show, kick it for a couple hours, and then we'll do the a rewatch after that. Joey Chaz, he said Triple G and Canelo gonna do big pay-per-view numbers. Big pay-per-view numbers. Somebody texting right now. Boxing Lounge. What he said? Gonzalez said Boxing Lounge salute. He said, "Got to be quicker than that. Got to be quicker than that. I'll steal your comment for sure, for sure." Shout out to my boy Jamal. What up, Maul? Maul said, "Man, what time is it for Brandon Washington right now? 4 p.m. He's probably going to bed for the day. Brandon Washington be working third shift, so he might be in the bed right now, and he probably get up around 6 or 7." Then he go to work around that time, around 8, 9. You know, he do third shift, work all night. So yeah, he probably in the bed right now. Yeah. He said, "What you got some smoke for Brandon Washington? Get him." Oh shit, he clowning. I'm reading it now. Chubby said, "Local tacos at the Kilo spot is showing the card." The whole show is great. Damn, man, your local damn, that's dope. I know when they used to have Canelo fights, it was a certain bar lounge you can go to, and that fight would be free. They wouldn't even charge you because it was always like on the Cinco de Mayo weekend. So it'll be everybody get a complimentary shot of tequila, and they got the Canelo fight going. They've been doing that shit for years. I don't know if they stopped with COVID, but it was a little Mexican spot round the way, and they used to do that shit. They had the whole. They've been doing that shit since Oscar De La Hoya was fighting on those days. Yeah, man. Or Mayweather was fighting a Latino brother or something like that. They always had. Matter of fact, even when he wasn't fighting the Latino people, they had a damn fight going because it would be on them holidays, and you could watch the fight for free, but it'll be packed in that motherfucker now. Oh, it's definitely packed. And it ain't the best tequila in the building either. So yeah, drink it at your own cost. Brandon, he said Brandon Washington, the dude sipping a 40 on the corner, talking about that's my car. He said ammo. He said Canelo's coming down a weight class. Absolutely, he is coming down in a weight class. What's up, little man? He's definitely coming down a weight class. Hold on one second. Definitely coming down a weight class. Huh? HLD, what up? He said, Mark, be careful. You can catch it twice. I ain't going nowhere, bro. I'm in the house right now with my mask on. I just came back in from outside. But nah, I ain't trying to catch it. Small hats. Y'all niggas are fools, man. He said, just heard some bad news about the No, HLD, what's the bad news? What's the bad news, bro? Hold on. He said, Speedy Gonzalez, for sure. Salo Don, he said, marqnash killing it. Road to 20K will be complete soon. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We're going to get there. Just got to keep dropping the content, stay consistent, do the work. It'll pay you back. It is what it is. I ain't impressed, man. We'll get there. Spill the beans, HLD. He said, for your information, it's the Mexican Independence Day weekend. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, but I was saying that place, they'll show them they would show the fights on Cinco de Mayo and the Mexican Independence Day. It was a Mexican restaurant. They'll show all of that stuff. He said, got him winning by a stoppage. Canelo wins by stoppage. Round 7 or early. Man, y'all tripping, bro. He is not about to stop this dude in 7 rounds or earlier, bro. If Dan wins in style, I got him as fighter of the year. I would definitely be joining the panel tomorrow. Absolutely. Pull up, big dog. It's always open. Small hats. For sure. He said, I heard Spence only fighting if he could put alcohol in his water bottles. Yo. Yo, let me give it a drop. I need a drop for that. Damn, man. Okay, I got somebody backstage. Okay. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on, Mark?
Talk to me, man. Give me the bad news.
Well, it's not devastating, but it's definitely not on the good side. Uh, even though there's agreed terms on the Crawford and Spence, Team Crawford is still demanding some more different incentives, which Al Haymon is not responding to him at all about.
What are they demanding?
More incentives, which could be on the back end. More incentives could be where the fight's going to be at.
We don't
There's
know
no
what
there's no specific. I know that they were pushing for Cowboy Stadium. So those are the details that are not ironed out. As far as maybe the straight up front pay is what's been agreed upon, but they're not. And then I got this information from, I'm gonna just say it as it is. I got it from my boy Punch. But as I was listening to what he was telling me, on Max, Coppinger comes out saying the same damn thing like an hour later. Same damn thing. He said he wouldn't celebrate just yet that this fight happens, that Crawford is wanting other things. Team Al Heyman and whatnot, they're not responding to him. And he wouldn't be surprised that if that this, that this deal could be pulled from the table.
This is terrible news. This
I
is
think
damning news.
Crawford's got till I think next week, if that.
I thought the first story was like he acquiesced it to everything they asked for.
No, there's all the details that the terms is like maybe the upfront pay and stuff like that. But then there are the little details that Team Crawford is demanding.
But the location of the fight ain't no little detail, and that ain't no incentive. That's pretty big.
Well, yeah, I mean, I do know also, because I know that they have for a fact, because we don't know where in Vegas do they have a venue open for them. I don't know where. But I do know that
Raider Stadium.
Atlanta, I know in Atlanta they I forgot which state because I had this information from my guy for like almost a month now. They got booked a venue in Atlanta for November 19th.
Oh no.
So at this point, I mean, it's still on Team Crawford to. I mean, hey, I'm not, it's his life, it's his business, his money, whatever it is, but it's on him to push it over. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but that's just my understanding. And then I just like I said, just like maybe an hour ago, I just heard Coppinger saying the same damn thing after that.
Oh man, anybody want to react to this terrible news? Shout out to HLD, man. Thanks for pulling up, breaking that news for us, man. Now let us cry about it. Oh no, this is.
You're not listening to HLD. He's just a harbinger of bad news. He's the great.
I gotta cry. Go ahead, show more.
HLD is the Grinch that stole Christmas. We ain't listening to him.
Hey man, this is one thing I've always been saying. It ain't official until it's official.
You're a jinx. You're a jinx, HLD.
No, man, come on, guys.
I was just gonna call you. I was just about to say, "What's up, my nigga, HLD?"
No, man,
now I can't say it. Now I can't say
it. Look, man. I mean, it's more the same as was before. It's always details of things, right? And yeah, these two guys want to fight, but the way I see it is, Crawford ain't got a leg to stand on. He really doesn't. He's got a belt. Yeah, he's a pound for pound, and that's it. He's not a draw. He doesn't have a network. He doesn't have the big time promoter coming in with the muscle. He's on his own. He doesn't get this fight. He might as well retire because where is he gonna fight at? The Zone? You know what I mean? That's just, there's nothing else out there for the man. So at the same time, I probably kind of see him like, I'm 35. I need to make sure I get the best out of what I can get out of this deal, and I get that. So
but that bilateral rematch sounded like it was fair. Okay, you win this one, you get paid on the next one. But shit, I was saying last night, shit, if you beat him bad enough, ain't nobody gonna want to see no rematch.
Yeah, that's what I was saying yesterday in the chat. Like if he knocks him out, right? Let's say I'm not talking technical. I'm talking about like knock him out. Is he gonna want to take the fight again? You know what I mean? Or vice versa. You know what I mean? So, it's hey, we don't know how all the details go on and behind the scenes, and I respect any fighter demanding what he wants and how he wants and whatever within reason, right? Because that's, but as the fans, I mean, especially you guys are the hardcore fans with Spence and Crawford. You guys paid the price for this shit for 5 years.
Yeah, so I'm not buying that I mean, it sounds like HOD got it from a source that got it from another source, and I'm just not that type of person, man. Like
No,
YouTubers
the source that I got it from got verified on national TV just about an hour ago.
Yeah, so I didn't even believe Mike. I didn't believe Mike's sources, and I feel like he's more credible than YouTubers. So I just don't. I'm not buying it. I feel like they're being really.
I ask anyone to debunk something that he's put out, because all that he's done is he's spilled the beans ahead of time, and a fighter said, "No, that's not true," and then like a month later, exactly what he said is what happens.
So he's 100% always right. What is his record? What is his record on being right and wrong?
You tell me. When he talked about Ortiz, he talked about Ortiz leading Garcia, and then that he's not signing with Canelo and all that with Canelo team. Oh, he came out. No, that's not true. Guess what? It's exactly what happened a month later. The thing they broke up with Team Garcia. They decided to visit Canelo gym. It wasn't for them, and they moved on. When Canelo was talking about Canelo, about making a fight, I forgot which fight it was, and Canelo came out saying, "No, that's not true." Blah blah blah. What happened a month later? Exactly what Coppinger said. So it's maybe the perception that he's capping. He's just spilling out the beans ahead of time, or he has at least well-informed information.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I'm not buying this shit. Like I feel like if it don't come from Spence or Crawford, even when I posted the tweet that he put, I put sources says at the top. How many times have we heard these YouTubers say sources said? They've been wrong more than they've been right. And I'm not the type of motherfucker to just. So is
Coppinger right? Was he right that they signed the deal?
HOD. Can I get my bars off, man?
Both of them said the same thing. They said nothing is signed yet. Legal teams are working out the legal language. That's what they said.
What's up, fellas?
What's up,
bro?
Shame on the football, man.
I want to hear the boxing scholar finishing. Boxing scholar finishing what you were saying though. You ain't never even finished.
Yeah, I would just say I don't believe it. I feel like that Spence and Crawford, this fight is so anticipated that everybody's trying to be the first. They're rushing with sources saying. The experts are even doing that shit. And I'm not buying it. I feel like if it don't come from them, you shouldn't believe it. Errol Spence is active on his Twitter. He ain't tweeted one little inkling that this fight was inked or it's not happening or somebody else wanted more money. So, I mean, respect their negotiations. Everybody's saying this crazy shit like, okay, they almost decided. Then they'll come back and be like, well, Crawford wanted this. Ain't that the point of negotiations? You're supposed to be upfront with what you want. And it's give and take. He wouldn't leave the negotiations and then be like, "Nah, I want this. I changed my mind." Like people are crazy, man. That's not a real story.
I'll say this, man. They call him Coppinger, I think. He's been right sometimes, been wrong sometimes.
Budo, your microphone is jacked, bro. I think.
Do I sound better?
No, man. It sounds crackly.
All right. Let me fix it. Go ahead. Anyway.
Okay, my boy Reggie said Terrence Crawford posted today letting it be known the fight is happening. Get your bets in. Let me pull that up real quick. Is it on Twitter or Instagram, Reggie? I'm gonna post it and put it on the screen. I'll be right back.
This page.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Let me see if I can find it on Terrence Crawford on his Instagram or his Twitter. I'll be right back.
No, I read it. Everybody read it.
So you ignored that though? You ignored the actual story?
Not to ignore it. To me, it would be smart for team. It would be smart for Team Crawford to put it out and put the pressure on PBC to, we already announcing this fight is happening. So the little details I want, you better make it happen because everybody thinks we're fighting. Spence hasn't. Have you heard Spence say anything? All he did is he yawned. I believe that there's an art to negotiating, and good for him. I mean, hopefully he gets everything that he wants. That's not the thing. Is I do know that the networks are getting impatient because this thing has to get promoted properly.
So rather than take the source at face value, you think that he's capping and using it as a negotiation tool or tactic?
I think it's both because you trying to put the leverage on pressure on them. He has no leverage. So the only leverage he's got is the public opinion. And since he got broken out that this fight is happening, yo, so what you gonna do? You're gonna tell the people no? You see? I mean, I mean, that's smart of Crawford, the way I see it.
Bud has no leverage. Explain that.
No promoter, no network. 35 years old. Where's he gonna fight if he doesn't fight on PBC? He's gonna go back to Top Rank. He's gonna go back to who? The Zone. I mean, where's he gonna go?
I don't play manager. I'm saying as far as his fight goes, Spence needs Bud just as much as
no.
Bud
Your
needs
question
Spence.
was about leverage. Make the leverage. Where's his leverage?
His leverage is in that he needs them to make this fight happen. Like, if he doesn't make this fight happen, you think it helps Spence's legacy or hurts it?
You think they care how the way the PBC runs about legacy?
They wouldn't be in negotiations if they didn't.
Taking this long, they got Thurman on standby. I tell you that much.
Even that story, that was a YouTube story that he's going to bypass him and go.
He's in mandatory position right now.
But
he's the number
still
one.
In negotiation. They're
well,
still in negotiations right now.
He's in mandatory
It doesn't matter
position.
What his ranking is. He's in negotiations with.
Do you understand the landscape of business of boxing, how it works?
I'm guessing you do. I'm guessing you're an expert at this shit. Because right now, Bud is in negotiations with Spence, not with Keith Thurman's not in negotiations. He's not even at the table. It doesn't matter what the rankings.
He is Plan B. He's Plan B.
Speculation.
That's not speculation. Okay. He became from a no one to a number one spot out of nowhere. Where you think that happened? For no reason?
I mean, it's speculation until it happens. I mean, this is
it's
what
not
happens.
Speculation that he's the number one mandatory.
So if that fight doesn't happen and this fight happened, will you come back on the show and apologize? And will you fire all your sources?
What I'm coming out here telling you what's been put out. That's what I'm doing.
That's called speculating. That's called speculating, sir. That's what you're doing. That's what most YouTubers do.
That's called. Well, then Cap is just speculating too.
Why do they call him Cap? Why do they call him Cap?
I just explained that. I'm not going to repeat it again. You want to play the tape, you may.
This is what I'm saying. They're still in negotiations, and they haven't said anything.
Oh, absolutely, they are.
Because they're not saying anything, people are putting stories out there. And YouTube stories change and narratives change like every second. And they never go back and retract their statement when they're wrong. So rather than trust Mike and YouTubers, I'm going to wait to see what the people have to actually say. Because Reg posted a video and Bud said the fight's happening. That's the source. We don't have to have sources say. The source is Bud and Spence. He's saying the fight's going to happen. So I'm going to take him at face value because he's the guy that's involved. He's the source.
It's still not signed off yet.
I hear you, but neither is they're not in negotiations with Thurman neither. Thurman ain't even at the table.
That would be a piece of cake with Thurman. That would be like a walk in the park. Like, all right, here we go. It's all done. All right, let's go. I'm just saying he's Plan B. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm just telling you he is in position to be Plan B. Simple as that. Regardless if it's Crawford or not, I can say this. Spence is fighting on November 19th. That's going to happen. If it's going to be Crawford or not, until they make an official announcement, we don't know. But I know that he is fighting on November 19th.
Yeah, I agree. And it's going to be against Bud. Because that's
we all hope so, right? I mean, this is what, especially on this channel. I mean, this is what everybody wants. I mean, I can agree to that.
And that's what they're doing in negotiations, right? They're trying to get that the particulars worked out so they can fight on that date. So until they come out and say the fight's off, all we're doing is speculating. That's all we're doing. That's all they're leaving us to do. They're not putting out any stories. They're not giving us any inkling. But the one little thing that they did give us was Bud said the fight is going to happen. And like I said, I could only go with the sources. It's too many YouTube experts out here.
With the source.
Yeah, it's too many YouTube experts out here that and they've been wrong too many times for me to keep believing them. Like, I'm a man of logic. If you're right one time and you're wrong 10 times, I'm not gonna believe you're not credible to me. You're wrong more than you're right. And that's just how my brain operates.
Oh yeah, that'll be the weather, man. I get you what you're saying.
Pure, you there, man? Did you want to say something, man? Your mic good?
Udo,
I
1,
guess
2.
not.
Damn, are we alone up on this? All right.
It seems like it. Just me, you, and Sheldon got to stand at the ceiling.
What's popping? What's popping? Go ahead. I'm enjoying the back and forth, and my daughter in here trying to potty train, but she made a little accident.
All right, man. We'll make sure we keep it clean.
Right.
Copy. No, man. Like I said, man, it's nothing of that. It's not happening. It's not what I'm putting out. It's not what I'm trying to. But I'm telling you, there's a standoff right now. That I can say. There is a standoff, and so
It
hopefully
happens.
they get over it.
You know, we just live in a different era. I bet you if when Mike Tyson was negotiating with Lennox Lewis and that cross post promotional shit and then the networks and stuff, I bet you if YouTube was around, it would have been a lot of sources say shit then. They would have been, oh, this person said this and this fight's not happening. It's not going to happen because that fight took a long time to make too. I bet you it would have been the exact same thing as this, like the fight of the century type of shit. Like everybody wants to see it.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Okay, I want to ask one question. Who said that the fight was signed and sealed and delivered? Because I never heard that yesterday.
Nobody said that. We just needed some entertainment, man.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Because I know what I heard. It said almost. It said legal teams are working out the legal language. It didn't say nothing about nobody signing shit. So I don't really understand what this argument's about.
I think it's one of the cases that most people think that it was signed off. At least the terms, okay. The terms, right? You know, I think that's what everybody ran with. Everybody ran with
terms
with
that. Shit. We can agree to terms all day long. Did we sign a contract?
Right. Yeah. So if anybody knows when you're buying a house, if anybody knows when you buy a house, you do sign a term of things.
The first thing they give you HLD is a proposal. This is what we propose.
Well, no, that's for the offer. That's right, and the offer, right?
Yeah, this is how much we gonna sell the house for. This is what's wrong with the house. This is what's right with the house. Are you interested? You look at the proposal. You sign off on the proposal.
You gotta fix this. You gotta fix that first. Yeah, or you gotta give me a discount on this part.
Right.
Are you giving me the refrigerator or whatever, right? And so those are the details that they're and so it's not maybe what there is like I said, the front money may have been a percentage maybe of what it is. But there's a lot of details that goes into this, and site location and the back end money and whatever else that because who knows, that I can't say beyond that what do we know is included in there, right, in the back end of these contracts.
Well, I want to say I'm rocking. Reg,
I heard your take, man. Give me your take, Reg. I want to hear what you got to say about this shit.
My take is that the fight happened. I ain't with all this. Once some shit get announced, now everybody acting mad that the shit get announced. I think the shit that Coppinger put out is probably some accurate detail. Like you said, it was terms agreed. I see Terrence Crawford post some shit today on his Instagram with a cat who does what is that, the bet consulting, where people put in the bet, so he's like a handicapper for sports betting. So I'm like, and Crawford putting down on that shit is 100%. So I'm like, the shit is probably exactly what Coppinger put out, and Coppinger do be lying a lot, but Coppinger was also one of the cats that put out about fucking Wilder and Helena's fighting, when most people was talking about Wilder retiring and all that other news was fake news, and then it comes out Wilder fighting fucking Helena. So it's like he is off on some shit, but that motherfucker sometimes do be accurate in some of the shit that he does put out.
What I do understand that PBC does, and it's smart of them, is to use Coppinger, to use then ESPN as a network, to then put it out on worldwide, news about this stuff. That's smart. I think that's smart. That's free promotion. So I think that's smart.
Exactly, because you can't push it through Showtime. Showtime is great for premiering the thing, but you got to get it out.
Exactly. And if you see, if you go to ESPN, that's all they've been doing is, they've been, they talk. You see Wilder news, you've been seeing the Spence news, and Coppinger's the one bringing it. Why? Because they're using them, which is smart. I mean, I think that's smart. Fuck, free promotion.
Yeah, plus everybody else pushing it. You got everything that Terrence Crawford's been at. That shit with 50 Cent. You don't get a lot of celebrity push from this fight. Like the shit is major. You don't got Earl doing anything. Earl's locked in, loaded. Crawford's really locked in, loaded, but it's just getting him out there because of how he's been kind of under promoted, under marketed in the game, and they're doing a great job of doing that shit everywhere he surrounded himself. Like this fight going down, it's probably gonna go down on the 19th, like they stated.
It needs to the way we see the landscape of boxing, the way it works on the business side. It's gonna need to happen, and we need to have it like an official. It's gonna have to be like an official by next week.
Well, I'm
be 8 weeks out.
going with 50 Cent. 50 Cent said this fight happening, so I believe 50.
Oh yeah, I believe him too, man. Mr. Owner of TMT.
Stupid, stupid.
Yeah. It's only making sense. All this shit is falling right into play. I think people's impatience is a good thing. The promotercy is a good thing. People may because people do a lot of talking of what they no longer want, what they gonna walk away from, but they know damn well people ain't going nowhere, and people just gotta wait for everything to get ironed out like it should. Damn, they got the shit backed up. Like you just gotta wait, man. It's a lot of intricate shit that gotta go into the details of this fight. Like these dudes about to make shit tons of damn money, and they ain't about to take a misstep into fucking off, just minor shit in the details and lose out on millions of dollars. Like you gotta get shit right dealing with them business folks.
This is all I can tell you is what I know and what I was just told. And what's going on is they not now. There is a deadline. There's a set deadline for Crawford to sign everything off.
Hey, well, I do know what.
But never
I do know something else though. They said that fight tomorrow wasn't a big fight. I beg to differ. It was like about 10,000 motherfuckers out there for the weigh.
That's true.
Who you got, Sheldon?
That shit was insane. I was like, look at all of these motherfuckers outside in the heat.
Man, that ain't no heat for Mexicans, man. They like, come on, man.
It had to be about 90 degrees. But how hot is it in Vegas today, or Reg? How is it?
I don't think Reg on no more.
Yeah, it's about 90, 95 in Vegas. That shit, and it's too hot to be standing outside in that sun for 2 hours waiting on the motherfucker to come out in some pajamas.
Oh, 99 degrees? Nah, wait, that's nothing, man.
How hot was it, Reg, in Vegas today?
It's cold. It's cold.
It's cold?
You breaking up, Reg?
Can you hear me?
You breaking up. You sound like Fudo before.
You sound good at the last time.
Oh, how about now? Can you hear me?
There we go, buddy.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's cool as hell out here now. It's like in the upper 80s. Yeah, but like HOD was saying, it's a deadline, man. They would never put a deadline on this shit. As long as these dudes don't walk away from the table, ain't no deadline. It'd be nothing for this fight to move on to next year. Why would Earl risk a fight of this magnitude to go take on a Keith Thurman or any other welterweight that is out there? Like you ain't about to walk away from the table to force some deadline if negotiations are going in a progressive path. Like you ain't about
to I don't it's not on Spence. Let's make this correct. The fighters are not it's not on them.
PBC and Showtime would not dare put a deadline on there. What else is going to replace it? It's too big of a fight. If Canelo wants to take a long time on his fights and negotiate, they ain't gonna set no deadline on it. You ain't gonna let him drag it.
Canelo alone is three times the economy that produces Spence and Crawford. It's a different beast. It's like talking about AJ and talking about the big guys. It's not the same type of economy that we're talking about as far as big fight as far as fans, but money wise, I don't think it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna do maybe 500,000.
But regardless of the economy, you make all things relative to where they stand. Like relative speaking to what they got at stake. You don't try to run it comparative to what Canelo got. At welterweight, there's nothing bigger. Why would you set a deadline on a big welterweight fight to go take something that's probably 5 times less than what they can generate from this? And this fight will probably move into the Raiders Stadium.
Well, the suits don't think it's going to be a big fight, but I think the Spence Crawford fight is going to generate way more money than they think it will.
I agree.
You would hope, and maybe that, and that would then, like I was just saying, Crawford's wanting better incentives on the back end, because it may be, maybe his people are telling you, this is going to be bigger than the the number that they're telling us it might make, which is smart. I mean, hey man, this is his money, you know what I mean, or whatever details it may be.
Yeah, I don't think this fight doesn't get made. I think by Errol Spence on account, he only got 2 more fights at this weight. If he says fuck it and just leaves negotiations, now this is speculation, full disclosure, and he leaves and goes to fight Keith Thurman, people are gonna boycott that fucking fight. Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody wants to see it.
Spence fans are gonna fill up Cowboy Stadium, man. Stop. They will.
Well, I'm from Texas, and I done been to 2 Spence's fights. I would not go to that fucking fight, bro.
Okay, all right. Now that I can attain as to be a fact then. but I seen Spence kind of sell out that place over there, to good numbers.
Bro, I'm gonna stand outside. And give them fake tickets just to fuck up the numbers.
But this I can say, Thurman is a showman, man. I mean, I'm not talking about that the fight is big or anything like that. But that motherfucker gonna help sell a fight. He ain't he don't got that dry toast personality that both Spence and Crawford got. He's gonna show up and sell this fight. That I can say. If it happens like that.
I don't know, man. I just think Thurman, the injuries, he's not the same. I don't want to see that fight.
Nobody would want to see that when you have this on the table, right? I mean, that's obvious. But
stylistically wise, Errol Spence, a great body puncher. Keith Thurman showed to be weak to the body. Man, he's gonna make light. He's food for Errol Spence.
Hey man, easy payday, man. That's that's what it comes down to, be an easy payday. Yeah, Barrios crumpled him, man, folded him in half, spitting out that mouthpiece. Can imagine a body shot from Spence.
But how many times they give us a fight that we all say, man, we don't want to see that shit. And we end up watching that shit. We might not all buy it, but we know who won. We all watched it, And when we look on the TV, the arena ain't empty. So and look, closer and closer you get to the fight, they'll be trying to tell you why you think, hey, this is why you should buy Rolly versus Tank. This is gonna be a good matchup. Rolly or Tank versus Isaac Cruz. It's gonna be an intriguing matchup. And look, that Tank versus Isaac Cruz ended up being all right, So
yeah, because they know how to attain the casual fan, you know what I mean? And they'll bring them in. They'll bring them in. They don't know, oh, this dude, he's what? Oh, okay, Pitbull. Damn, you know what I mean? They'll bring them in. Yeah, that's their job. Ellerby's good at that shit. I can say that about the man. He's good at that. So he may not be able to bullshit a hardcore fan, but he'll definitely take that casual fan money. That's a fact.
Yeah, they'll talk that shit up. Boston Scholar know that. He was talking about it the other day. How they'll talk up a fight. He said what I hate about boxing is. Go ahead, show more. Go ahead. Cause we getting that noise. Go ahead. What was you about to say?
No, I'm at a lumber yard right now. Go ahead. I was just listening to you talking about you want to see Tank versus Isaac Cruz. Nobody want to see that shit.
I didn't say that. You heard? You didn't? I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. What did you say? You said something about that fool.
Well, I said boxing is good for this. We'll all say we don't want to see a fight. We don't care about the fight. But by the time that shit happens and it's over with, we all saw it. We all know who won. Perfect example was Tank versus Isaac Cruz, Tank versus Rolly. People didn't want to see that, but we watched it. We know who won, and it turned out to be a good matchup. Tank versus Isaac Cruz. It was more competitive than people thought. He didn't knock him out.
That's true. All that you saying is true. I just don't want to see it again.
You gonna see it again now. I told y'all already. Y'all gonna see it again. Just like it's gonna be. It's like Mayweather versus Mike Donner. He did just enough where people are saying, "Oh, he won the fight." So then you got a rematch. It's gonna happen. It's gonna get it again. Pause.
I won't watch it unless that shit happens after February when football is off. As long as football's on, I won't be watching that shit.
Mm-hmm. So did you pick your winner for Canelo Triple G?
Yeah, I think Alvarez should win, but you never know. Triple G is fucking motivated. You don't like Alvarez. Alvarez don't like him. And the last thing that leaves a motherfucking power puncher is his power. So if Alvarez can't keep him off, Triple G could hurt him and stop him. I got to go with Alvarez, though. He's the younger guy by about, what, 9 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with Alvarez. He's too young.
No, he can't. Not from what I saw, because I didn't see the weigh-ins, but I saw the scales from this morning, I think it was. And Alvarez came in like 167 and a half, I heard.
Yeah, 167.4, and Golovkin came in 167.8.
Okay.
And Golovkin said, if you're a real boxing fan, he said, if you're a real boxing fan, you know who the real champion is.
Not at 168. It ain't you. It ain't you at 168.
I'm telling you what Golovkin said. That's what he said.
I'm telling you what marqnash said. He ain't what he do at 168. He ain't the real champion at 168.
What? No,
He basically telling you he's gonna beat this motherfucker. That's what he's telling you.
Nah, I think what he's saying is y'all saw me whoop his ass twice before and I won.
Okay, even if you did at 160, you ain't never beat him at 168. You ain't never fought him.
But he's playing off to the crowd.
You don't even deserve a title shot. What you do to deserve the 168 title shot? Huh? Does he even deserve this right here? I mean, since he lost to Canelo, he been taking all the easy matches.
Let's see who. Yeah, he just fought Murata. I mean, hey, it's about putting butts in them seats. I
That's
guess,
at 160. He did none at 168.
Hey, these guys, the business, the suits, they gotta see that there's value in putting this dude up with them, because it's really about that. It's about value that they can make a money, make profit on it. It comes down to that. There's nothing about we as fans, hardcore fans, we're like focused and lasered in about competition and deserving and professional boxing. It's the number one priority is bank. Can we make money? And then we line that up with competition. And if the competition does make money, we line that up. But which is why you see Tank always fighting all these. There's no reason for him to fight, anybody of caliber. He's making money. He's making good money. And so, I understand that, that's how boxing is. Now, if you're not a character that can sell, then you do have to take the route of legacy to be able to make fights and make money. But if you're a star without legacy fights and you're making money, then the avenue is, you're taking the lighter fights, and that's what they do.
Hey, Mark, Pierre's backstage. You know what's really interesting about this about Canelo is he picked up English fast, man. And what's crazy is he understands the boxing fans. He said that if he fights this fight and beats him, they're gonna say he's old man. But then if he goes in there and get knocked out, they're gonna say he was overrated. He understands the boxing world. That's so crazy to me. He understands these YouTubers and how they think and talk and act. Like they ain't got they're not consistent at all. And he understands that. That was crazy to me. But my pick is Canelo. I think Canelo will stop him. I don't think Triple G will make it to the championship round if Canelo has a consistent body attack and he doesn't fatigue. That's important too. If he don't fatigue like he did in his last fight, he'll stop him. But if he does fatigue, it's gonna be a long night. But he's still gonna win. Triple G has to be. The only way for him to win is to knock out Canelo. He's not gonna win a decision against Canelo, and he's not more skilled than Canelo. The only thing he stands a chance of is landing a big bomb, and he's older now than he was when he couldn't land a bomb. So I don't see a scenario in which he wins.
Well, one thing I did see Canelo finally admit was, that he did gas out in that last fight. He came out with a more clean version of why he lost that fight with Bivol. He gassed out, and certain things wasn't good within his conditioning. But to me, this fight should be Canelo winning. What I'm looking at is I want to know how much the last fight took out of him. Are we gonna see a crisp Canelo? That fought Saunders or Plant, or are we gonna see we're gonna see, he's starting to slow down here, you know what I mean? Are we gonna see that? I think that's what I'm more keen to seeing, what this last fight took out of him, or not. But I do believe Canelo should win convincingly.
Testing.
Go ahead, Puro.
Good.
Yeah, y'all can hear me? Do I sound good?
You sound better than before, I tell you that.
All right, cool. Shit, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyways, what y'all talking about right now? Because I wasn't even paying attention because I was trying to fix these headphones.
Canelo, who's gonna win? Canelo versus Triple G.
Yeah, I got a late stoppage. Or
You're breaking up again, Puro.
Shit.
I think you said Canelo late stoppage. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Canelo
late stoppage or unanimous decision.
that's an easy way to pick it. You got to give us one, man. Knockout or decision. You there, Puro? He gone.
Puro just gave the safest pick in the history of this boxing game. Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. That's everything except for early knockout. Late decision or stoppage, maybe a draw. I don't know.
Yo,
I used to do that with Floyd Mayweather.
Everything except the early knockout.
I saw a betting line that they had out that if both fighters were to get knocked down in the first round, it's like 50,000 to 1.
They both got granite chins, man. I don't see that one of these guys getting knocked out.
So if they knock down and get back up, both fighters, and you put the money just on that, it's 50,000 to 1.
And neither guy has one of those styles where they have a sustained body attack all night. It's no Mike McCollum's in this fight tonight, man. Now, can they both hurt each other to the body? Yeah. But we ain't seen none of these guys fold, crack, bend, or break from body shots or chin shots. Like, this shit going to the cars, man. I'm sorry.
You think so? I haven't seen Canelo been hurt in a long time. You know what I mean?
Was it? Who hurt him?
Damn it.
Checkmate. Ain't nobody hurting that kid.
No, Canelo's been hurt.
When? Who? How long ago?
I saw a clip. I saw a clip not too long ago. Somebody was showing the clip.
Oh, it's old. They pulling the Bud Crawford versus Gamboa trick with you, man.
No, but I'm saying he has been hurt, but it's been a long time.
I think it's a rumor out there. AB was talking about it a long time ago that he didn't think Canelo was going to be much. He was getting beat up in sparring or something. But it's like I say, it's all speculation, allegations and shit. But I think I seen Triple G hurting the Murata fight to the body. Like I just don't know. At 40 years old, I don't know if them shots are still going to stick with him. Like that fight wasn't that long ago for him to recover. Like he's older. You know what I mean? He might still be tender to the body. And Canelo. Oh, Mark, I have seen Canelo do a sustained body attack during the fight. It just depends on like in a Amir Khan fight, he did. It depends on what the game plan is. And I think Eddie Reynoso and everybody knows that Canelo, Triple G in the last fight he was grimacing from body shots. It would be
At
stupid of them to go get
160,
him.
that could be him struggling to make 160 too, bro. This 168.
Nah, Mark, them body shots is body shots. If I hit you in your stomach, I don't care if you weigh 300 pounds or 200 pounds. If I hit you in your stomach, the reaction gonna be the same.
It's not the same because if I'm 300 pounds, I got more padding on it. Anybody who ever beat up a fat boy know you don't just punch him in the stomach all night. I'm talking about a real fat boy. It's layers and layers of goo, like Ari Spears. It's a bunch of goo. It's like you punch them and your fist just keep going towards the goo. You're not hitting no organs. It's a lot of padding on them tires, man. That's all I'm saying, goddamn.
I do know for a fact that as you get older, the body, body shots are you're more susceptible of getting hurt. It's just biology. It's just the way it is. You as you get older, your midsection is not as hard as when you used to.
No, your midsection. Pause. HLD.
No, man. Trust me.
My midsection lasts till I'm 300 years old.
Okay, man. It may look good, but it ain't gonna take the same punch than when you were 25. That's what I'm saying. It may look good.
My midsection, and then they make pills for that.
Going to Chuck Norris with this shit.
Man, they got you talking about blue pill.
Yeah, you said the midsection don't stay as hard. I'm like, nah, my midsection stay hard.
See, this what happened. See, look, see what happened when you let Aerospins fans get on your panel. Everything got to be on some weird shit, man. Now, Brandon, you and them niggas in the chat, y'all got to leave that sexual innuendo in the chat. I don't know what the hell you and old boy got going on in the chat.
I don't know what you talking about. I don't know what you talking about. I'm on the panel. I don't know nothing about no chat. Whatever was in there.
Are they talking about sleepovers, Mark? I hope not.
Man, they talking all kind of overs. There's a whole bunch of overage. A lot of overs. But go ahead.
Hey, Mark, did you see Triple G balding? Did you see Triple G have a bald spot in the back of his head, man?
He's a 40-year-old white man, dog. He's a 40-year-old white man. I don't expect nothing but him to be balding at 40. I'm just saying, it's just.
Hey, I bet you them organs is balding too, and Canelo gonna tear them fucking organs up.
Triple G probably healthier than all of y'all on this panel. That nigga a grown man still making 160 pounds.
Let me tell you why Triple G ain't healthy. I'll tell you why I think. Why he can't take body shots and why he would fatigue a lot in fights. Everybody knows the most important part of training is the recovery. Triple G would be training up in Big Bear for all those years. Whenever you sleep at high elevation, your heart rate is elevated, so you can never heal properly. That's why Triple G would look fatigued in some fights. And when he was in Daniel Jacobs' fight, he'd be taking deep breaths. If Canelo does a sustained body attack on Triple G, we're going to come back on this panel, and I'm going to say, Mark, I told you them fucking organs was balding.
Yo, that's the first time I've heard that reference about the recovery, because I do know that the high elevation is to promote endurance, but is it counterintuitive to recovery? I'm gonna look into that, man. I never heard that point of view, and it kind of makes sense. Just as you say, right off the wall, it does kind of make sense.
That's why Bud be running to Colorado Springs. He finna run up there and get some of that fresh air and come back and get his eye took. Oh, excuse me.
Hey, Brendan, if he don't fight Bud and he fights Keith Thurman, are you going?
I will be there.
Well, you was right, HLD. Ain't nothing we can do about
that. All I know is the Spence fans are 100% happy because their guy's gonna fight on November 19th, guaranteed.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. Spence is fighting November 19th.
And that's how we feel too. I mean, it'll be great if it's Bud, but if we can get Keith Thurman at Cowboy Stadium, just like HLD said, we will fill that goddamn stadium up, and we will be happy to do
it. Yo, man, just don't throw me in the mix at the same time. I don't want everybody at the Crawford's hating on me because I'm neutral in this. I just came in just to give some the information that I was privy to.
HLD, listen. It's Texas. We work down here. We work together. You know what I mean? Like we in the middle down here. We got a connection. Don't you don't have no connection to Nebraska? Think about it. Think about it. Where would you be? Would I rather be in Texas or Nebraska? Come on now.
Well, man, he throwing it thick with that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Who's going to Nebraska on vacation?
Yeah, you know what we doing? You know what we down here? We got Tex-Mex. You know what I mean? We got beaches. We got beaches. We got, you know what I
Rope.
mean?
Y'all got a rope to hang niggas with. Don't fall for the trap,
man.
HLD.
Actually, I was in
They kill niggas in Texas
I
quick as hell, too. You on
I
death
stopped
row?
by Austin
You
this
got that
past
same week.
summer.
See, there you go. You was in Austin. You seen a bunch of guns. You know what I mean? I know it was people walking around. I bet you felt safe. I feel safe every time I turn the corner. Somebody got a gun.
I'm safe anywhere the fuck I go. That's not. You know what I can say, man? That the brisket was, to me, was overrated, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I've had better brisket. That's all I gotta say.
I don't eat barbecue. I don't eat barbecue.
Okay. Well, anyway, I know I tried. I forgot the name of it. It's a famous place down there in Austin. But anyway, man. Let's hope they all come to their senses, man. That's all we can say, man. I mean, I would hope the fight didn't make, because it's fun for the jargon here on with the chats. And
like you said, HLD, I'm going to a fight November 19th, so it don't matter to me either way it go. I'm gonna have on my best. So
this dude is rubbing it in hard, huh? You're like, yeah, what you guys got over there, Crawford fans? But we'll see, man.
They quiet.
Yeah,
they know, because they know if they got on fight on the 19th, they got on fight nobody. They got gonna come up off that belt, because that's what the Bob ordered gonna pull. What Bob ordered is gonna go to the what Bob ordered and gonna tell them that Josh Taylor wants to be that goddamn mandatory, just like he did when Bud fought Jeff Corn. So he better take the money, or he gonna get left without the honey.
Yeah, but Brandon, all he had to do is wait one more fight, and Spence is gonna move up, and then he can go Thanos belt collecting again. Like, I mean, that's like let's
he don't have a promoter. How? Who's gonna stage these fights? Who gonna stage?
He can fight without a promoter.
No,
Who's Earl Spence promoter?
Earl Spence /
Exactly.
Al Heyman / Fox / PBC.
That ain't what he say. That ain't what Big Fish say. Big Fish say he his own boss.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Say, I'm my own boss.
Listen to me. Fuck what he say. Listen to what you see. Listen to what you see on TV. When you see promoted by Man Down, sponsored by Showtime / Fox, that's what you see. You understand what I'm saying? Bud is in a hell of a position. He don't have any of that. He don't have a network backing him. He don't have any of the big promoters backing him. So what he should do is get down before he have to lay down.
I thought when you were your own promoter, you work in conjunction with the network, so it would be like that anyway. So if Bud was his own promoter and he had his own promotional company, it would be like Bud / Fox / PBC. I thought that was like something else.
They all these fighters got their own name as promotional company and blah. It's really an LLC it's a tax shelter. That's what it is. They don't have no pull as far they're not bringing money to the table to guarantee the fights and site fees, and that's all cap. None of them are pushing the bread on the table, man. None of them.
And not only that, we see Bud hang around top ranked fighters, but he not affiliated with them. You know what I mean? We see Man Down Promotions putting on fighters, i.e. Frank Martin. Let's go. You know how we do it down here, man. This is Al Heyman / PBC production / Man Down. You know how we do it. I'm just waiting to see TBC Promotions put on somebody outside of a top rank connection. Let's see what TBC do by itself.
You gotta be careful, Brandon. You know Errol Spence had that eye surgery. It might be your guy who get in there and get his eye took. Is he gonna wear eye patch on March live?
We're gonna beat the shit out of Keith Thurman first, just cause y'all clamoring, just cause Bud acting all squirmy. If you ask for him, we will put you on the shelf. This the fucking Godfather, man. We make an offer you can't refuse. You better get with it, Boxing Scholar. We bullying
I
down
think
here.
Piro's backstage, Mark.
We boss hogging down here. You know how we do it in Texas. Come on, Boxing Scholar.
Hey, I
funny.
like Spence. I think he good, but Brandon Washington. If I'm to be a non-bias and I'm taking the Texas and put it aside, for skill, he's better
We
than
knocking him out.
Spence.
We knocking him
He's
out.
better.
This sucker,
I
this
hear
sucker,
you, but he's better, man.
ain't fought no competition. Come on, man. American, a washed ass fucking Kell Brook. He won his belt from Jeff Corn. Come on, man. Green Machine put him on his ass. Let's go.
Hold up, brother.
Testing,
You call him a
testing.
sucker? You done went to the 70s. You might want to call him a job turkey.
Shit. You know how we do it in Texas. Everything groovy, baby.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sounded good.
Yeah, I can hear you, Puto.
All right, cool. Go ahead, cook, Chody.
This like I say, last night I saw Tim Bradley. He puts out it's 85-15 Crawford winning this fight. He says because the smarter fighter always wins. And that's what he put out. And I'm like, damn.
Bring me that
puts out?
He
Bring
says
me that team.
so he's Team
Man,
Crawford on this one.
Can I be all the way honest, man? I can remember Bud going all the way back to Gamboa. They was trying to build Bud up like he was just gonna be this prospect, but he wasn't gonna be the guy. Gamboa was supposed to be the guy. And you saw what happened with that shit. And Bud just kept winning.
Bud damn near went to sleep. Yeah, we did. Bud damn near went to sleep.
Yeah. But Brandon, you missing the point. Bud put himself on the map through fucking hands. That's throwback shit. A lot of Marvin Hagler did the same thing. They wasn't clamoring for Marvin Hagler doing it. They actually threw shit in the ring when Marvin Hagler won. They didn't like Marvin Hagler. You know what Marvin Hagler did? Changed his last name and started knocking motherfuckers out in the ring. That's what Bud is doing. That's a throwback shit.
And Marvin Hagler still wasn't like Sugar Ray. He still couldn't be Sugar Ray. So guess what? We're young Sugar Ray Spence over here. You understand me? Sugar Ray Spence. We getting it in.
Blasphemous. Blasphemous. We never gonna compare Spence to Sugar Ray.
And that's blasphemous, bro. Blasphemous.
Yo, this is some fun shit, bro.
Sugar who? Sugar Shea Mosley.
Man, we taking all titles. We Sugar Spence. We goddamn me Iron Spence.
I could hear marqnash saying, "Yeah, you right. He is Sugar Spence. We see him Sugar Spence." I can hear marqnash trying to throw that.
All right, I'm back. Finally. Yeah, if his eye holds up, EJ's gonna fucking beat the shit out of fucking Bud.
Tell him, Pirro. No, don't stop, Pirro. Keep going. You sound good, Pirro.
Yeah, if his eye holds up, man, that's the only thing that worries me. Ugas didn't test it, but Bud is. So, yeah, I mean, it's truly a 50-50 fight, but I mean, styles make fights. Unfortunately, Bud's never been tested. I mean, other than it was more of a flash knockdown when he was dropped by Mean Machine. But you're making valid points, Brandon. All the common opponents that Bud and Errol have with each other, Errol's beat better versions of them. And even that Sean Porter fight, he didn't even want to fight Sean Porter. They had to force him to fight Sean Porter.
This I can say about Spence is we know about the accident, we know about the eye. And I know about I didn't like the funny business that happened in that one round with Ugas. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know. It looked weird to me as beyond boxing in the ring in itself. Is like, oh, that shit wasn't supposed to happen. Because Ugas forgot to fight after he hurt him. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, but him getting hurt in that round, that's like, damn. Is his punch resistance that good? Because Ugas is not a big puncher. You know what I mean? And we know Crawford is. So it really is a 50-50 fight. I wouldn't know which way to go.
HLD, I'm sorry, HLD. I don't mean to cut you off. My phone broke up. It sounded like last thing I heard you said, Ugas isn't a big puncher, but what?
But he did hurt Spence in that one round, right? And so with other things,
negative.
And
you want to just say, well, Bud is.
I thought he hurt him.
Oh yeah, he hurt him. There's no question about it.
I thought Gamboa hurt Bud.
He gave him the
but
stanky leg. He did. He did give him the stanky leg.
So Brandon, we can't go by that logic. It's boxing. You're gonna get hurt especially if you exchange, especially if you're an offensive fighter. If you open up for power, you're vulnerable for power. So we can't go by that logic because we've seen Spence spit that mouthpiece out. He spit that mouthpiece out against Bud and see what happened. This fight is truly 50-50, but to downplay Bud, it would be crazy. I've never seen anybody in sports with that type of competitiveness as Bud. Like, he's like Michael Jordan, bro. He wants to win in arm wrestling. He want to win in fucking golf. He just wants to win, bro. Like, Bud really believes he's the best ever. And confidence is a motherfucker for a puncher. It's a motherfucker. And I could see a scenario where he stops Spence. Vice versa. It's a 50-50 fight.
Yeah. And I agree with you with the competitiveness, but why did he wait so long to like fight these fighters? Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, but I remember like as soon as he like moved up and he beat Jeff Horn, he kind of like sat for an extended period of time. Why do you guys think he did that? You think it was Bob Arum not promoting him right? What y'all think?
According to them, that they all said he on the other side of the street, so it was them not wanting to make the fight with him.
I mean, but he eventually crossed the street when he fought Sean Porter. But like I said before, it was mandated.
That's not what the lawsuit says, Boxing Scholar. Sorry.
Force him.
Hey,
go ahead, Brandon.
I'm listening.
Part of the lawsuit, actually, what he was talking about, he was like, part of this deal with Tyrann, you get to fight twice a year. One of those fights, they didn't even pay him all the money for because they didn't get him in there twice. Like that Mean Machine year, he only fought one time. I think when he fought Porter, at that point, he had only fought one time. So all of that shit is part of the lawsuit too, what he got going on as far as not keeping them active, but also not getting them to fight. They was like, yo, if you fight Mean Machine, we're gonna get the Spence fight for you, and they just couldn't secure the fight with him. But it is what it is. But
so blame
but Porter wasn't. But I want to say this: he fought John Molina. John Molina was on the PBC. He wasn't no He was like, so they had crossed the street fights before. Like Bud said, I fought guys on the PBC before. I fought their guys across the street when they want them to cross the street.
What ended up happening to the lawsuit?
Ain't the Benavidez brothers? The Benavidez, both of them are PBC guys. You know what I'm saying?
That's not true. Nope, that's not true. The Jose Benavidez got dropped from Top Rank. That's how he ended up fighting under this PBC card. But I don't even know if he actually signed.
He wasn't a Top Rank fighter when Bud fought him.
Yes, he was.
Okay, I have to check my research on that. He might have fought on Top Rank for that promotion, but I can't think of all them Top Rank guys that he was fighting prior to that. But let me know, Brandon.
Well, the Benavidez's main promoter is Samson, so maybe they have something in their contract that says that they could go like to wherever they want, in certain fights. I guess I'm not sure.
Shit, all these guys seem like they can go wherever they want to when there's the money there. Because Canelo always on somebody's opposite side of the street. On the other side.
Canelo had to fight for that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brandon.
No, you go ahead, Puro.
No, I just want to make this one point: is that like Canelo had a fight, like literally he had to take Oscar to court so he can have the liberty to take the fights that he wanted. Like before, like I mean, they would obviously they built him up very well, But when it came to a certain point where this is what I read, I'm not involved. I don't know anything like in any detail, but I remember at one point, like DAZN said that the whole thing was I don't know, and then we don't have the whole version of the story too because there's a gag order on Canelo. He can't say certain things, but I think the gist of it is that Canelo signed a contract with Golden Boy, and it said one thing, and then Golden Boy signed a separate contract with DAZN, and they didn't mesh. But anyways.
Hell yeah! He tried to do the New Edition deal. You ain't signed to the record label. You signed to a promotion, a production company, and the production company got to deal with the record label. And and that's part of the reason why they had to get Triple G his fight. We all knew this Triple G shit was coming because not Triple G had a lawsuit because that's part of the reason they got him over there because they kept telling him you're gonna get this Canelo fight. And Canelo's like, I ain't fighting this motherfucker again. I already fought him twice. Like, man, you gotta fight him. No, I don't. I ain't gotta fight shit. Where Oscar said you gonna fight him. Oscar can't make me fight this motherfucker. Well, he signed the deal with us saying you gonna fight him. Oh no, we going to court.
Yeah, that's the gist of it, But I think a key element though is that they have a gag order on Canelo and Canelo only. Like Oscar could talk about the case all he wants, but Canelo can't. So I think in the future we're gonna find out what really happened in that situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
But look,
Mark,
I got
Texas
love and
Mania.
respect for every brother on this panel except Brandon Washington. And I just want y'all to know I appreciate y'all. I just wanted to say that for nothing.
So,
Thanks,
Mark,
Mark.
Texas Mania is real. Texas Mania is real, bro. I can remember when I went to when Crawford fought Porter, and I remember it was some people there, and they was from Texas, right? And I heard them talking a lot. Man, YouTube is really, really big. They were saying all the narratives they heard. Bud ain't fought nobody. Sean Porter for the beat him tonight. All this whole crazy ass shit. And I went up and I was like, y'all really believe that? They were like, yeah. I'm like, which part? Bud ain't fought nobody? I'm like, so the people he fought, they just had a post. They were just there to get beat. Yeah. I'm like, okay, you think he gonna win tonight? Man, Sean Porter for to piece him up. And we all saw how that ended. Sometimes you gotta go with what you see and what the facts are versus what your heart is. Because Texas Mania is a real thing, man, in boxing.
Yeah, Texas is different, man. I've been there only twice, but yeah, they're definitely different.
Whatever happened to that lawsuit that Crawford had against?
It's still going on. Shit,
Is
I
it
was
still
gonna ask
going
Mark about
on?
that actually. I was gonna ask
$10
Mark.
million lawsuits don't. It ain't even been a year. It's a $10 million lawsuit. They had one. Keep in mind, Bob Arum just lost the motion back in March. He was trying to have it dismissed, and then he was trying to have it moved to another court. So you got all of that shit to do before you do before they actually had a civil court. It was other motions. You know, that's how lawsuits go. You got motions. You got motions. You got motions. Try to
Okay,
get it
that's
dismissed.
the
You try
update.
to
Yeah, I didn't
settle.
know what was the update on this. So that means that Bob tried to have it dismissed and moved to a different
Yep.
court. Okay.
Yeah. And he won that. We
Oh,
did a
he
show.
did?
Yeah, we did a show on it.
Now,
Damn, I got a phone call. I don't know who this is. I ain't taking no calls.
my
Okay.
understanding, because the fight that Crawford had with Porter, since it went to purse bid, Crawford still had a fight under his contract with Top Rank. Still,
That fight
Oh,
didn't go to purse bid. That fight didn't go to purse bid.
They snatched it back at the last minute, and Bob just ended up paying them the $10 million.
oh, so
That's only
Bob.
two. It was
Oh, okay.
64.
Yes. Okay.
Because it was going to purse bid, then Top Rank pulled it back in like an hour because it was going to be a live purse bid on YouTube. You know, we was going to do that shit live.
Right.
I had the show set up and everything, but Bob pulled it off
Oh, okay.
at
So
the
then he
last
did
minute.
complete his last fight with Top Rank. Okay.
It was going back and forth between him and Virgil Ortiz for the longest. Between Porter and Virgil Ortiz, and then finally they just said, one of y'all gonna piss to get off the pot. That was the WBO. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I know now. Day before yesterday, Virgil put in his request a mandate to be the mandatory to Stanionis for his, I guess, for his belt.
I thought he number one in the WBO though.
But I guess they have a regular champion, right? Which is Stanionis.
The WBO, Crawford,
Yeah,
the champ.
he's a
No.
super champ.
He's not the WBO. Not in the WBO. We talking about the WBA now with Stanionis. That's the WBA.
Yeah,
Exactly. But
so that
Crawford
yeah,
is the
because
WBO super champ, but he's the regular and the super champ. They elevated him to super champ when they brought him down to Puerto Rico and gave him the ring and shit. They gave him that super champ ring.
Puerto
Remember, that was the
Rico.
night that was the night you and I did the research on, and I was like, damn, I didn't know the WBO had a super champ. And the first thing it says is you got to be defending the champ for 5 times, and the second thing is you got to be on TV. You had to have a network deal for X amount of time. I'm like, what the fuck a network got to do with you being a super champ?
it promotes
That's the
your belt.
rules.
Yep, that was the rules. That's actually in the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's
Virgil
why
then is not sitting
sorry,
around.
go
He
ahead.
wants no. I'm just saying that Virgil's not sitting around. He's like, all right, man, these two fools, I don't know what they're doing. So he's at least trying to, he's trying to, earn his spot wherever he can.
Virgil need to go up.
I agree to that. I do.
No, let him become a champ at the 147. He spent all this time.
He
Him and
barely
Boo.
making. Man,
Thank
he
you,
barely
Mark.
making.
Thank you.
He barely
That's not
making the
good for
weight.
his
He
health,
definitely
man.
died making the weight, and we can see it. You know what I mean? Like he need to go up, man. Go
That was
up.
Jaime. That was Jaime
I feel you
Munguia
were
that
coming from
almost
too.
died.
I was
No,
about
Nah,
to
man,
say the
let these
same
dudes
thing.
get a shot.
no, that was him too, Mark. He almost died too.
I don't remember that. Virgil Ortiz almost died making weight. Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, yeah, he pulled out of that one fight because he got sick because of forgot the name of the exertion disease. You know, that's why he had to pull out of that one fight a few months back.
Oh
Checkmate.
shit. Okay.
You
I'll
know,
take your word for HLD. Brandon Washington? No.
no, I'm just
Checkmate.
saying I forgot against who was gonna fight. And like the week of, he had to pull out because man, I forgot the name of it. You know, a lot of weightlifting guys do that when they're cutting weight and still you know, still pumping iron. I forgot the name of the damn thing, but
Yeah, I
it's
do it myself when I'm cutting weight, when I'm pumping iron. I forget it myself, LD. It'll come to me.
you know,
Nigga, you
you're
pumping cap. Nigga pumping cap.
oh, that was
Pumping
Brandon.
gas.
Let me have my thing. Let me have my thing, Mark.
But yeah, I agree that I mean, just for his, you know, he took offense that people, you know, were saying that he should move up or whatnot. I thought Bernard Hopkins actually said that he was gonna move up, but then they decided to dial it in with a nutritionist and whatever to cut weight more properly, and so that's why we saw him in the last fight. But these guys are too big. I'm sorry, man. To be making 147 pounds or a tall ass guy like Josh Taylor, for an example, man, what 6 footer, weighing 140 pounds, like what? You know what I mean? Who walks around like that? That's not normal, and that can't be healthy. So you know, that's why I'm glad when they grabbed my young stud that we got here in the island, Xander Zayas. He was at 147, and they're like, you know what, man, we're just gonna move you up. You too big. There's no need to be sacrificing trying to fight at 147. And he was only 18 or 19 when they did that. You know what I mean? So you can imagine a grown man trying to be making that type of weight.
Yeah, I'm
I
ready
mean,
for
this.
him, HLD. I'm ready for him. Zai, I'm ready for him. I want to see what he gonna blossom into. I'm
Oh,
excited.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do the boots and his hype. I'm not gonna do the. You know, I'm not none of that type of thing. Like, and let I'm gonna let him grow, man. Just let him be. I'm not gonna hype him up or anything. And just, you know, he's gonna earn his place in due time. Is he to me the number one prospect in boxing? I think he is. Absolutely. Maybe 1A, 1B with Anderson, but you know, I'm not gonna
Which Anderson?
I'm Jared Anderson,
Oh, okay.
but I'm not gonna hype him up. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna, you know, he's gonna earn his flowers in due time in the motherfucking ring. And when he takes up that next challenge, that whoever that is, then we'll see. You know, then we can. But until then, you know, he's a nice prospect.
How many fights does he have, HLD?
I think he's at 14. I think it is already.
All right, all right. He can fight Morel.
I don't. Well, no. Is he with Top Rank?
Morel is. I don't know who Morel is with.
Morel is PBC.
Oh,
Yeah, you know. At 154?
oh, he's 154. I thought he was a 168 pounder. Never mind. Never
No,
mind. Never
no,
mind.
no. That's not. He's 154.
Oh, okay.
I think in about another, by the end of next year, because he's gonna fight December under Tio, and I think he'll have probably another. They're slowing him down. He's been fighting 4 to 5 times a year. I think this next one would be his third fight this year, or maybe his fourth. And but next year
Nice.
probably be it'll since the competition is going up and he's going up in rounds. I think it'll be two fights next year, maybe three at most, and maybe by toward the end of next year we can really see him with a proven fighter that we'll see where he's at. But he's
Very,
he's
very cool.
nice. He's
Who
nice.
Tio fighting?
There's a lot of negotiations going on in hand. I know for a fact, and I'm not just gonna put up, but I know he's gonna be fighting a top 5 140.
Undertaker.
Yeah, the top 5 140 is where he's in negotiations. You guys can figure out maybe who it is, but he's a worldwide top 5 fighter. That he's in negotiations with.
It better be somebody good because
It's top 5.
if
Top 5.
I tell you, if Progr get that WBC belt, Progr gonna want to see Tio.
Well, this is what's happening. Tio fought number 11 Campa on the WBO, which now made it. Now Tio's number 1 in the WBO. He's got the mandatory spot. His next fight, he's playing chess, guys. This is how Tio in 16 fights, got all the belts that he got, because they know how to move and play the game of chess and the business side of boxing. So Tio, with his last fight, became the number 1 WBO mandatory at 140. In his next fight, it'll be with a top 5 guy, and he, with beating that dude, he should then also become number 1 guy under the WBC, lined up for Regis Prograis. So he's lining himself up to get these belts. If one doesn't happen, he could go for the other one. The other thing is they're also negotiating. You still got Top Rank does not want to make the fight of Taylor and Catterall. They're not happy about that fight, and that's why it has not been made. It's there's a lot of pullback from Top Rank, and in the negotiation side from Catterall. So that's why nothing has been announced for Tio yet. They're working on plan A. There's plan B, plan C. And Taylor could be that potential that he'll just become the mandatory to Taylor and go for the belt and the ring belt.
That's not gonna happen in December. Like, come on, that ain't gonna HLD. Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez December. That's too much to be true.
That's not too much at all. At all.
Bob is not going for that unless he's ready to cash. He got to be ready to cash Josh out. He got to be ready, one or the other.
He's ready to cash him out. For the thing is, had Tio beaten Kambosos, the next fight was lined up to be for this year in the spring, would have been with Taylor. That's what would have happened. Now the thing is, why you say he's ready to cash out? Because Taylor's going to 147. What control does Bob have at 147? What fighters does Bob have at 147 for Taylor?
He got the same fighters he had for Bud.
Exactly. There's nothing to be made.
Facts.
But there's a major fight if it's Taylor and Tio. He could cash in on either one of the guys, right? So
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, he can put that in New York. That's a New York fight too.
Well, yeah, the fight is in New York already in December.
Yeah, that is a New York fight. That's a New York fight. Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor. And then that's a hop skipping across the pond.
But so, that's more of a like plan B or C. Plan A is in the cards, and they're working on it with this top 5 fighter.
I want to see Barbosa though. What's the young dude? They want to bite him at 140. I want to see that. I know you know. I do. There's literally nothing on the table for Barbosa to bring for Tio. Barbosa fought number 22 Zorilla for the WBO, and he's been there forever. He's been there forever, right? Barbosa's been at 140 forever, and he almost got knocked out with Zorilla.
Shouldn't that warrant him a shot though at Tio, since he's been there forever and he's putting the work at the division?
No.
They should just
because Tio in one fight fought somebody better than what he fought. Tio's already
he's been fighting more at the weight though. Like, I mean, he shouldn't be able to skip the line.
There's no skipping the line. He already skipped the line. He's number 1. He's WBO number 1. He's already passed. So then
skipping the line.
He didn't. He fought a better fighter than Barbosa. That's how you earn the spot. He fought a higher ranked fighter. He fought a higher ranked fighter.
I love Tio, bro, but one crappy fighter shouldn't get you to the front of the line, bro.
Zorilla was number 22. Campo was number 11.
I've heard you make this argument before, bro. I'm just saying that it's not right. But
It's not right. It's not right. You know what's not right? Barbosa's got a shitty team. That's what's not right. Barbosa's got a shitty team who don't know how to play chess.
Hey man, not everybody can have Bob Arum, bro.
No, it's not even about having Bob Arum. They're on the top rank. Set them up with the right fights. But you saw what happened. You saw what happened with Zorilla. He almost got knocked out. That dude ain't good. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Barbosa's a good dude. But as far as talking about skills,
dude, you know that's a bad style matchup. You don't want to see that fight. It's something in you that's telling you that's a horrible style matchup.
Not at all. Not at all. Teal will stop that dude. Teal will stop that dude.
I don't know if HOD thinks this way, but I'm sure the promoters don't want him to fight him because then they're going to be like, well, the next fighter we bring up, we're going to have to,
guys, man, it's not all about competition. Teal's #1 WBO. What does Barbosa bring to the table? Teal's already at the #1 position to fight Taylor if the Catterall shit doesn't happen. There's nothing that Barbosa, he's not going to get any higher ranking. He's not going to get anything. But now in his next fight, Teal's trying to be #1 at WBC. And that's against a fighter who's top 5 overall worldwide.
At the end of the day, too, it's a detriment to some of these fighters that don't have a lot of experience. Like, look at Teal. Like, he had 16 fights. It was a great fucking win against Loma. I didn't see it coming. But then he loses to, a relatively unknown like George Kambosos. So it's a double-edged sword, to be honest.
The Teal that beat up Campa would have been the same Teal that if we hit that Teal would have made nothing out of Campa.
HLD, don't do that, HLD.
I agree with you, HLD. But the thing is that literally because of his immaturity, because he's so young and he doesn't have that experience, is what caused him to overlook Kambosos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
why can you just keep
and that's why he went in trying to knock him out. That's why he went in with that style. That's what caused that. So if you think it was inexperience, as soon as he hurt Campa, what happened? As soon as he hurt Campa, what happened? I'm talking about Campa.
Okay, no, I'm saying what happened.
I don't know what happened.
He finished him.
No, he didn't. He lost.
Okay.
Against Campa?
I'm talking about Campa.
No. Listen. Follow my point. What did Teal do when he hurt Campa? He finished him.
He finished the number 65 ranked guy, but he lost to the #1 guy in his division, bro. Wait, the #1 contender for his belt in the IBF. So we want
Teal when he dropped Kambosos, couldn't finish him.
He got dropped his damn self.
And he got right back up and look at and what did he try to do right after that? He almost tried to take his head off.
He got his ass kicked after that.
No, he didn't get his ass kicked.
Yes, he did. He got his ass kicked.
No, he didn't. That was a war. That was a 12-round war.
No, it was. He got his ass kicked.
He got his ass kicked.
He got cut up pretty good, but it was a good fight. It was. I would say he got his ass kicked, but
Teal didn't have it in him to finish Kambosos in that 10th round when he dropped him, and that's for a reason.
Teal was fucking tired for throwing all them haymakers the whole fight.
Arrogant. Teal was arrogant. He overlooked Kambosos. He acted like a spoiled brat in all of the press conferences, every last one.
Yeah, that's true. He did.
And I can guarantee you that if he had to do that all over again, and it's something that I don't like in TL right now, I don't think that he really moved on from that loss well, especially me watching the behind the scenes with Top Rank and the way he was just acting. He just that arrogance. It's not that
has nothing to do with the ring. As long as he comes in and he's healthy, that's all I care about. No, man. Okay. My man, as long as he's healthy, I don't see nobody beating him. Nobody.
By that logic, every fight he lose, you can just say he wasn't healthy then.
No.
Yes,
you guys just don't know what I know. That's all. But I mean, I know what it is.
We can't go by what you know. We got to go by what
I get it.
What's out there in the
I
ring
get it.
And what we see. And
what I see is that what I see. What I see still.
HLD. What fighter goes into every fight 100% anyway? Come on, bro.
No, don't even play. There's levels to be fucked up.
No
There's
point.
levels to being fucked up.
He made weight. He got his ass in the ring.
Eddie
He
passed
made-
the physical.
he made
Eddie
it-
passed the physical.
Oh,
made
that
it
physical's
12
a joke.
rounds.
Everybody knows that's a joke.
HLD,
There's
he
no,
made
there's
it
no
12
nothing.
rounds. He had to be in shape.
Yeah, that's a testament to
dropped the man in
the.
the
That's the
10th round.
testament to the motherfucker that he is.
Stop that soft shit, HLD.
That's
He
a testament to the
got his
motherfucker
ass
that
kicked.
he is.
He got his ass kicked, bro. And it's okay.
Oh, he didn't get his ass kicked.
On God, he got his ass kicked.
No, he didn't get his
I
ass
told his
kicked.
mama he got his ass kicked.
I'm still waiting for the next 135 pounder to do 4 top 10 fighters in a row. I'm still waiting for that.
Devin Haney didn't need to do that. He got all the belts. Undisputed.
Yeah,
It's not necessary.
and he still don't get the respect. Tells
He
you
don't
what.
need the respect. He got the belts, and he
He's
watched.
bitching about it. He's bitching about it.
That's okay. He finna go down to Australia and watch again.
He better, right? I mean, shit. If he loses to Cambosos, then what?
Then he would do what T.O.
Lost
did.
to Cambosos.
He would do what T.O. did.
Let's just hope that the real competition happens next spring. That's the fight I want to see.
Hold up. So you saying Cambosos is not real competition?
No, he never was.
Come on.
He never
So what does
was.
that say about T.O.? He beat the esophagus out that motherfucker.
Funny jokes, but I know the truth.
Nah,
I know what's
HLD,
up.
HLD, listen, HLD, T.O.'s a good fighter, man. Like, don't take what I'm gonna say, but you're a little biased, man, when it comes to that.
No,
And I understand it.
it's
If
just
Muhammad
that
Ali, if Muhammad Ali boxed today, bro, I would be the exact same way. Muhammad Ali was having marital problems. That's why he lost his, to Joe Frazier. That would be me, because it happens with everybody. Everybody has that one person, and T.O. seems to be your person, bro. T.O. He lost the fight, bro.
Oh no, I
Like,
agree. He lost that fight.
If he wasn't 100%, bro, you can't take the fight because we're not gonna want to hear that shit afterwards. It's the same for every fighter.
He shouldn't.
If you're not 100%, and you're having stuff with your esophagus, you have to breathe during the fight and all this other stuff. That's something that's important.
That shit with the esophagus. Look, the man, it's just too. Yeah, I'm not gonna put his business on. I'm not gonna do that. But anyway, I do know. I know I'm on the record. I know he should have dropped those belts. He should have just dropped those belts and go to 140. He should have done that. And that was after that. Like, fuck it, bro. Why if you're killing it, why are you gonna stay? Go fucking do your thing. Watch the birth of your son. He didn't get to do that. All those things cause problems inside the home. I know that for a fact.
He ain't the only one to sacrifice not seeing the birth of their son being in training camp of their child. HLD.
Yeah, but not at the same time with your wife leaving your ass.
He shouldn't have never married. Nah, let me stop.
Nah, we can't. I'm not gonna. That's what I'm saying. They're like right now with Crawford. Crawford is doing the business, right? What he's doing. But I'm trying to say that's his business. The man's trying to get more money. That's Crawford's business. It's not mine to say. I hope he gets everything that he wants because that's his business. You know what I mean? And so he should take the fight. Man, stop whining and just take the. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's this is his life. This is his career. Whatever he feels is best for him, that's what he needs to do, and that's that. And I think we just know sometimes a little bit too much nowadays, and then we start throwing our own aspersions to things that we really don't have the true facts on. We're just going by how we feel, what we want, So that is what it is.
So HLD for the Thriller in Manila. I don't know if you're familiar with this story, but Muhammad Ali told the press over there that one of the press people was his wife. So his real wife flew all the way over there, and they had a fight before Muhammad Ali's fight. You would have never known it because that's what part of being a champion is. You got to fight no matter how you feel inside.
Yeah, but Ali is a different cat with that shit with the women business, bro. You know that, and I know he was a different cat. He don't give a fuck. He any eye candy that he likes, he's gonna get. And you ladies deal with the consequences.
I'm just saying he had marital problems, and you would have never known it by the way he fought. So if you put your name on that piece of paper and the date is here, we don't want to hear it. You need to pull out before the fight or do whatever you got to do before the fight, because after the fight, we gonna be closed ears. We ain't trying to hear that shit. We know fighters go in there with injuries. Like rarely do they go in there 100%. But I mean, I don't see I think
Teal
T.O.'s a good
took
fighter.
Teal
A lot
took
of
on
people,
him out, and that's
I
all I gotta say. Very rare. Yeah,
had
it's very true. All fighters don't come in 100%, but I know Teal didn't spar coming into that fight. I know Teal had an elbow injury, which he had surgery on. He had a wrist injury, which he had surgery on.
Yeah, so during the fight, it wasn't even so much it was the way T.O. fought that why he got beat. It wasn't so much what was going on internally. It was the style that he fought. He was trying to knock him out, and his dad
He
kept
wanted
telling
to
him
get
knock
in
him
and out because he wasn't right. He wanted to get in and out because he wasn't right. He didn't expect that he was able to pull a 12-round fight.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is if he would have changed the style of fighting, he probably could have edged out a decision, but he kept going for the knockout. And his dad was telling him in the corner, "Oh, you didn't really get knocked down. Keep going for the knockout." So I put it on both T.O. and his dad.
I think there's a culmination. There's a culmination of, and like I said, a perfect storm of a lot of bad shit at once. Because you're right. I mean, I think T.O. needed to do a smarter fight, but he was just going by what he felt, how he was. He's like, I don't think I could last 8 rounds, 10 rounds, 12 rounds. That he pulled it out of his ass. I mean, shit. That he wasn't able to finish wasn't he able to finish Kambosos after he dropped him? He should. The normal T would have finished him. He didn't have it in him to finish the dude.
So with that being said, HOD, I mean, he just moved up to a different division. Do you think that he could go against the elite in that division with his father in his corner giving that bad advice?
Absolutely. I think what's wrong with that, I can't say. I think as you saw in this last fight from his father, he was more of an in-tuned father in that corner without the other antics of himself. And I think he came in pretty subdued compared to his other times. Let's put it that way. You know what I mean? And there's a reason for that. And I hope he continues to do that. Absolutely. That if Teal's father is on the straight up and up with things, against all of them. I mean, it's not like who's looking great at 140? I mean, tell me that. Who's looking great at 140? You guys seen the fights? Taylor didn't look spectacular. Prograis wasn't looking like the best thing. I mean, shit. Taylor beat the shit out of Prograis. I saw that fight like a week ago. At best, Prograis may have. At best, I think Prograis may have won 3 rounds. So
yeah,
I mean,
I hear you, HLD, but if he gets in a situation where, because when you're fighting the elite, you can get clipped at any time. You can get hurt with a body shot. And you have to rely on your corner. I don't think T.O.'s dad is equipped. It's levels to everything. He's not on this level. T.O. should bring in somebody to help his father out. He's not going to be able to get it done. What you're going to see if he gets in trouble is you're going to see a whole bunch of excuses after the fight instead of making the adjustments in the corner because his father lacks. His father lacks. Like during that fight, if he would have had an experienced corner, they would have coached him how to fight with whatever ailment or injury that he had. That's what great trainers do. Oh, you don't have your legs? Well, tie him up. Try to put your weight on. They make the adjustments. His father just said knock him out. That's not an adjustment.
I'm not gonna throw one bad night on the total accomplishments of what this father did for him. Teal's at where he's at, making the millions that he's doing under the tutelage of his father. Regardless,
Shane Mosley. Mosley got to where he got to, but he had to bring in help. Roy Jones. It's
not for anybody to say. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell, hey, yo, man, get rid of your dad. Teal's dad. Look, this I tell you, for that fight at Kambosos, his dad didn't want him to fight. He's like, yo, we need to get to the hospital. No, because they're gonna pull out the fight. No, I'm gonna fight tomorrow. And there was a standoff, and look, I'm gonna fight regardless. What's the father gonna do? He's gonna leave his son high and dry, or are we gonna go to war together? You know what I mean? That's what he's not gonna get rid of his dad. So
I mean, when the guys get to certain levels, they believe they know what they're doing, and they don't necessarily take all the information. So, this is where we at with it, and I had to make that decision. It's an easy decision for me. It's easy.
I saw that and I'm like, damn. But then you start understanding the side of the son, and what did Sean Porter say? You know what I mean? He backed up his dad. Teal backs up his dad. Jose Benavidez, the Garcia's dad. You know, these guys, they're wild. But what do you hear Mike Garcia say? That man, without my dad, I'm nothing. And he's a crazy toot too, right? But it is what it is. So I mean, we have to respect that.
If they had a standoff before the fight, so it's either one or two things that you arguing. Either you arguing that T.O. is uncoachable and he does not listen, no matter what his dad tells him, or you're saying his dad is just incompetent. Because it's one of the two things. If his dad let him go into the fight aware of these injuries, he should have formulated a game plan that goes around these injuries, not try to knock him out. If you're throwing a whole bunch of power shots, you're gonna get tired. If something's wrong with your esophagus, I mean, that was a dumb game plan. And
it was a dumb. But in the middle of those rounds, you heard Senior giving him instructions, and Teal wasn't having it because that's how he felt. He felt that he couldn't do what he wanted, that his father wanted to do. No.
So Teal's
his condition didn't allow him to do what his father wanted him to do. We're not in those shoes, man. We're not in those shoes that when you're feeling whatever he was feeling, to take those instructions. You know what you can put out and what you can't. It is what it is.
I just think you might be biased on this one. I think T.O. should definitely, he don't have to get rid of his dad. He could just bring somebody in like Sean Porter's dad did to work with them, an experienced coach.
Well, for that fight, see, for that fight, it was under first under Triller and then under dazn. So because it was not under Triller, not under dazn, and Teal took short money versus took major short money versus Loma. The kid was on his last bucks. Not fighting on dazn. Everything that when you fight with Top Rank, getting the extra coaches, getting the Cutman team, all the little extra perks that you get when you're with Top Rank, he didn't have that. He didn't have the Gamachi. Who pays the Gamachi? Top Rank. So this kid was on. Like I said, it was a perfect storm of many things. He was on his last few bucks. He already did like 5 camps. Paid all these damn sparring partners. It was a perfect storm of many things. I just do know that the kid is, as long as he's healthy, mind right, he's gonna be okay.
On top of that perfect storm, he's faced an opponent that threw combination punches, threw very fast combinations, and had a granite chin. So if you knock him down, he was gonna get back up. So that's why the perfect storm on the other side ended up with Kambosos getting the win.
Well, it just proves that in boxing, when you're up in the elite, I don't care, you're number 20 and you're number 1. If you're not all there, and number 20 is 100, he's gonna beat you. You gotta be at your best. There's no real bombs, as we say. A bum could take out any top guy anytime if the other guy is not right. Hence, Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. Because Buster Douglas had no business beating Mike Tyson.
I mean, he's bummed.
Yeah, I don't think Kambosos is bum though. I think Kambosos is good.
No, that's what I'm saying. That regardless of if the one guy is 100 and the other guy is not there, you couldn't be beat, my friend. And we've seen that time and time over again.
You think if T.O.'s 100% and he fights the exact same way, it's going to be different results?
No, he wouldn't fight the exact same way. He would fight the way he fought Campa in his last fight. He would have, if T.O. would have fought the way he fought Campa, he would have stopped Kambosos by accumulation around 7-8 rounds.
Yeah, I think he underestimated his opponent, and I think he was trying to make a statement. And I think his dad didn't expect to happen what happened, and he didn't have the experience.
He's already a pound for pound fighter. He beat the number 1. He was a top 5 pound for pound fighter. Statement?
You heard what you said was.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but going to your point, you said he's trying to make a statement. He didn't need to make a statement. Ain't nobody was running towards that belt when he had it. Ain't nobody crossed the street signing up to fight T.O. when he had the belts.
So why was his dad yelling knockout if they wasn't trying to make a statement?
Because that's what. Well, it's one thing they're selling the fight. If you're talking about before the fight.
Oh my God.
Before and during the fight, he said knockout.
Well, during the fight, it is what it is.
Huh?
During the fight,
Yeah,
we saw what it was. When have you ever saw Tio fight like that? Can anybody say what fight did Tio ever fight like that?
I mean, he thought he had a bum in front of him.
When what's that guy's name? Diego Manda. What's his name is? Was worse. Did he fight like that against him? Nope.
He thought Kambosos was a bum. He believed in his own hype. He had just beat Loma. He was on top of the mountain.
It's not hype. It's earning the ring. What other fighter has done what Tio's done at 135 yet today? I'm waiting. Devin hasn't fought 4 top 10 fighters in a row.
He is undisputed. He did
no.
Did not
no, please. The weakest undisputed of all time. Yes, he's undisputed.
He's undisputed. I don't care how weak it is. He undisputed. Tio never accomplished that.
Oh yeah, that's your opinion.
That's a fact.
That's not a fact.
That's a super fact.
That's not a fact.
He has every belt in the division. He got the franchise. He
had the Mickey Mouse belt of the WBC.
The super
Stop
belt.
it.
He got all the belts right now, HLD.
Now he is. Now he is.
Yeah, that's something Tio never did. He didn't have every single belt in the division. This guy got every single belt. You can't take it away from him.
Tio had every single belt. You just want to count the Mickey Mouse belt that he had as a belt. That's okay.
Yeah, he had a franchise. He didn't have every belt. This guy got every single belt. Tio did not have every belt.
Then Crawford got the Mickey Mouse belt too because he got promoted to super.
Whatever you want, however you want to go.
Is that what we're trying to equivalent?
You just said Tio Fimo. You said what? Who did something at 35 he didn't do?
I know you and finish it off. Fight 4 top 10 fighters.
And you got
fight top 4 of them in a row. 2 of them champions. 1 of them pound for pound in the world. I'm waiting. At 16 fights.
I'm confused, bro. I thought you said nobody did what he did at 135.
Fighting 4 top. No, you didn't. Fighting 4 top 10 fighters in a row. 2 of them champions. 1 pound for pound, and with 0 fights in Tijuana, Mexico.
I'm lost.
At 16 fights. Tell me who.
I thought Loma did that.
Loma did what?
Loma had fought more top names in less than 6 fights.
At 135?
At multiple divisions.
No. That's a different argument. I said at 135. At 135.
At one division?
At 135.
You don't get credit for just babysitting one division and only moving up after he get his ass kicked.
So you're not giving Spence no credit for staying at 135? At 147, I mean?
Not for his whole motherfucker been at 147. and look, and even when you look at his look at the weights he fought, he's been allowed to be undisciplined a lot, bro. He ain't even been at 147 his whole career. Look at those fights. He jumped around a lot of times, fighting up shit. What was the fight we was talking about? He fought Van Heerden at what, 156? That one at 147.
Yo, really? How many fights ago was that?
2015.
Oh damn, bro! We're talking about 7 years ago.
I'm just saying he was able to jump around.
Okay.
Like,
so Spence. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Spence. I always thought that all his fights were at 147.
No, he's been undisciplined, man. Even back then, he was able to jump around.
Hey, HLD, Tio is good, man. But in my personal opinion, besides belts and all this stuff, I think Devin Haney has more skills than Tio. Just my personal opinion.
I think Devin Haney is clean in his skills, absolutely.
You gave it
but putting him against Tio, he's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
You couldn't knock out Kambosos.
Tio couldn't knock out Haney. I mean, couldn't knock out Kambosos.
Tio will beat the shit out of Haney.
What, at 140?
Well, it has to be now at 140. He ain't coming down to 135. So if Haney decides to duck Loma because I can't make weight, the Godfather's gonna make him fight Tio at 140.
Well, I'm all
that'll
for
be
that.
nice.
I'm all for that.
Hey, we can put money on that, HLD.
Oh, I got that. Oh, absolutely.
I got that.
Absolutely.
I bet you do. What you gonna bet on, the fight or the hole in the throat?
Oh, this one. Can I hedge it? Can I hedge it, man? With both, a little bit of both. Can I hedge it?
He gonna win by? Is he gonna win by scores or by throw?
I know I'm gonna be putting money on that fight for the knockout. If that happens at 140, definitely. I'm not doing the decision, but that's for sure. Whatever the odds are that league is gonna give me, I'm gonna take it with the knockout. And I don't mind putting a few large stacks on that.
You crazy, man. Your bias gonna get you in debt, bro. Do not put money on that knockout, bro.
Dude, we've seen enough of what Haney can handle. I've seen enough.
Haney is the most dangerous person right now at 135.
HLD?
What's that?
What happened when they sparred?
Who, Tio and Haney?
That's who we talking about.
Oh, well, ask Haney how was his pity patty on the stool? Ask him how his pity patty was on the stool.
Touch him. Even Tio
please.
Said he couldn't touch him. Tio was like, he ran. All he did was run.
They had Haney pouting in his corner, bro. Like, damn.
Yeah, you just made that up.
No, man, that's not made up.
Did he knock him out or hurt him? Why do you think he could hurt him if he couldn't do it and Haney's a better fighter now? Why are you confident in that?
Oh, I'm confident that Tio will stop him. Absolutely.
Why? He didn't do it in sparring. He didn't even knock him down.
What, when they were what? How old were they back then? That was like when they were 17.
Was older.
They were 17 years old.
Tio was older. Whatever it was, he was older. He was the bigger guy.
Yeah, since then, Haney's undisputed.
Tio's only a year, not like a month older than him.
He's older than him. I just said he's older. I didn't say he was younger. I said he was older. He's older.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, now Haney's older with belts. Like Haney is dangerous. He's a dangerous fight for anybody because he knows his identity. He knows you just go in there and win. It don't matter what the critics say. You know, Floyd was big on that. I'm going to stand toe-to-toe. And these dumb motherfuckers really believe Floyd Mayweather was going to get in there and stand toe-to-toe. And they would go spend money for him to stand toe-to-toe. And then the fighter would get their ass. He said he was going to stand toe-to-toe.
That's sacrilegious to bring up Haney and Mayweather in the same sentence, man.
But it's because they're similar. You're missing.
They're not similar at all. They're not similar, not even by a mile.
You want me to tell you, you're missing the forest for the trees, HLD. They're similar. They're similar because people really believed that Floyd Mayweather, who spent the entire career sharpening his defense, he was a defensive fighter, and he said, I'm going to stand toe-to-toe. And people really believed that shit. His identity, hold on. I see you coming up on you. Hold on. His identity was a defensive first type fighter. Devin Haney has found his identity, and it's in his defense. He will beat the shit out of Tio. I'm telling you now.
He didn't beat the shit. He didn't beat the shit out of Campos. Did you see Campos' face? Did he beat the shit out of him, or he just outscored him?
He beat him so bad.
No, it wasn't a beat down bad, bro. It was not a beat down.
And still lost the fight.
He did it. He
beat him.
He did an Olympic style. Okay, I'm gonna outpoint you. All right. He didn't beat the shit out of him. He didn't do what Shakur did to Herring. He didn't do what Shakur did to Valdez. He didn't do that.
He beat him so bad that Cambos's mama was one of the judges, and she still couldn't get him to fight.
That's a good one. All I gotta say is, even though Tio lost against Cambosos, Tio put a bigger beat down on him than Haney did. All you gotta do is look at him.
But I already told you, I like Tio. Like when everybody I be arguing all the time with people about Tio. He's a good fighter. Like people counting him off and all this other stuff. And you know, like one thing that you didn't mention, HLD, I don't know what he went through before the fight, but after his win, that was a different type of cry. That was like an emotion. I don't know if he's all there.
No. Well, like I said, he wasn't. Dude, the baby mama dramas are a bitch, and any if you are very in tune with being in love and then your kid and you're not seeing them, you didn't see the bird, they're not letting you see. There's a lot of shit going on, bro. I mean, that's his bit. I'm putting in probably too much than I need
excuses,
but that's no. Afterwards, he's just talking about how he was afterwards and the state of mind. He was fucked up. Absolutely.
So what happens if he gets into another big fight and he has a girlfriend and she's dramatic and she's ripping up clothes and burning down
He's
shit?
gonna.
Would that affect
He better have learned his fucking lesson to be like Muhammad Ali and say, man, fuck them two girls, man. Let them fight. Let them fight. You know what I mean? That's what he needs to do. Hopefully, he learned his lesson.
HOD, people born around don't die square, bro. If something affects you and it can get to you, it's gonna always get to you.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like
it
motherfuckers that
happens
grow
to
up with
everybody.
big noses. They be 60 years old and you say their nose is big, then they'll cry. That's trauma, man. That's how that trauma shit works. If he better not date nobody. As a champion, he gonna have pussy thrown at him all the time. He better not date nobody after this.
I think to be an optimal fighter, you really can have any. I mean, yeah, if you have a nice home and everything's good, then everything's good, right? But when things are bad, and that's gonna fuck you up. I mean, I don't care who you are. I mean, it fucks you up on everyday life. That shit fucks you up. You know, you having problems. You think you're going to work all happy and shit that you got all this baby mama drama? No, it fucks with you. So yeah, I think fighters shouldn't, the to be the best should, unfortunately cannot have that companionship because the drama that comes with it is not good. You know what I mean? Not too many fighters are going to be like Canelo, dealing with like a brother being kidnapped and having to pay ransom with the cartels and shit right before a fight and come in and beat the shit out of a dude. Who does that? You know what I mean? Not everybody's got that mental strength to go through that. You know what I mean? Everybody's different. Everybody comes from different walks of life. You're a product of your environment and how you deal with shit and what you're being taught. So yeah, I do agree. I mean, if anybody who's not mind right at any sport, you're gonna be fucked.
Yeah, HOD, friend to friend, do not bet on the knockout, man. You can bet on the win. Do not bet on the knockout. That is easy money, bro, that you're gonna lose. Just throw out the window.
I'm putting in stoppage. I'm putting in for the TKO KO, which way they want to go with it, but it's gonna be a TKO KO fight.
You think it's gonna be early or late?
I think it's gonna be between 7 and 10.
You know that if I don't even have the stats in front of me. I'm willing to bet that Kambosos touched Haney less in those rounds than he did in the early rounds.
Hold on, say that again. I'm outside, man. Say that again.
The Kambosos analytics.
What he say? What he say about Kambosos?
I don't have the stats. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that Kambosos touched Haney less in those rounds that he's predicting a knockout than in the earlier rounds.
I'm confused. I don't understand. You touched him. Kambosos touched Haney less.
So look, HLD's prediction was the 7th round through the championship rounds that he's going to get stopped. And I said, like, by logic, right? In the Kambosos fight, Kambosos touched him less than those rounds. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't have the stats in front of me. Y'all can look them up and prove me wrong. But I'm willing to bet that Kambosos touched him less. Like, he didn't get combinations off and he touched him less. So how would he get knocked out against Tio in those rounds that he's saying if he got touched less against Kambosos?
Because you're using a singular fight on what Tio is.
No, I'm just using what I said. I think Devin Haney has an identity, and he's not going to take a whole lot of risks to give you opportunities to land your big bombs. He's going to systematically break you down. And by the time at the point of the fight that you're talking about, I think Tio is going to already be broken down. He's not going to land more punches in those rounds than in the earlier rounds. He's going to already be mentally beat.
I doubt that. I
know, bro. That's why I said you're biased, bro. You're saying an undisputed fighter that's never been knocked down is gonna get knocked down by the guy that beat the guy that was the guy.
When Devin Haney beats the real guy in the spring, and he does it better, he has to do it better than Tio.
He
needs to. When he fights Loma, if he fights Loma, we'll talk about it.
But he beat Kambosos better than Tio did.
Did you look at each other's faces, bro? He just out jabbed them. That's all he did. He didn't beat the shit out of Kambosos.
Jabs are part of boxing, bro.
He didn't beat the shit out of him, though.
I seen Larry Holmes win a whole fight with just his jab, bro. That's a part of
Yeah,
boxing. It's not illegal.
that was a stiff jab. That's that. I see Larry Holmes knock out people with the jab, stop people with the jab. He didn't pity patty with the jab. He would hurt you with that jab.
I mean, it is the heavyweight jab too, though. Let's be clear. It ain't
No,
a bunch of lightweights knocking people and dropping them.
all right, so
jab.
Haney doesn't have a Spence jab. I guarantee you that.
Whatever jab he got, motherfuckers ain't just walking through it though. HLD.
Ain't nobody getting buzzed. Tio knocked that last guy. He brought the last guy down with his jab.
Ranked number 65 in the world.
Number 11 WBO.
Okay, well the guy where he fought number 1 in the IBF whooped his ass. Kambosos beat his ass.
He didn't whoop his ass. He beat him.
He got his ass kicked. HLD, stop the cap, man.
Haney got an undisputed jab. That's what he got.
No, he got a
115, 111 sounds like you got your ass kicked.
Jab. He didn't want to come. He didn't want to cross the street because Tio had the franchise and he was at top rank. No, I'm not going over there. Kambosos get the fight, and everybody wants to jump over the top rank.
Tio had his biggest fight. He won on Top Rank. His biggest fight was on DAZN. That's why they was like, let's fight on DAZN. DAZN to put the money up. Just like they put up the money for your fight versus Kambosos. Stop it, HLD. Top Rank did not put that on. Facts.
Stop it.
That's a fact. That was a purse bid. His biggest check did not come from Top Rank. It came from DAZN. It was a purse bid.
What happened after that?
Oh my God! He went back home after he got his ball taken and got his ass beat.
Because of that, Bob Arum renegotiated his contract and cleaned it all up.
And then he got his ass kicked.
And he's still getting paid.
And he got his ass kicked. What's up, Mike Gardner? Oh, we lost Mike.
We got 2 marqnashes on, man.
One is the phone. I'm in, and one is in the back. I'm in the backyard of the mansion, putting on my daughter's jump house. We was outside all day, jumping around in the jump house.
Oh, that's sweet, bro.
Yeah. Mike Gardner, I put the link out there. Click the link, Mike. Mike was trying to get on. He about to roast your ass, HLD. He got some smoke for you.
Brandon gotta be asleep, man. You mentioned Devin Haney, and he ain't come off mute once to say false.
Just anybody talking and he ain't jumping in, he got to be asleep. You know Brandon Washington don't let y'all niggas talk.
That's false.
Small hat.
Small hat.
Hey, but dog, back to that, man. You see, HOD. This is how you know you're biased, man. Because you discredit the competition to your favorite fighter, right? So if I could like Wilder, right, and still give AJ his flowers. AJ is a good fighter, et cetera. But what tends to happen is the people that love Wilder dismiss AJ, and vice versa. The people that love AJ dismiss Wilder. That shows bias.
It's not the same competition, man. It's not even remotely close of the same competition.
You don't think they're gonna meet one day?
I'm just saying that comparing like AJ stature and his resume to Kambosos, it's night and day, man. No.
Yeah. So I wasn't talking in terms of resume. I'm talking in terms of fans. The fans. You have to pick a side and stay on that side. We can use Bud Crawford and Errol Spence. The people that like Bud always dismiss Spence, and the people that love Spence dismiss Bud. The people who are real boxing fans could give credit to both. Like that shows that you don't have a bias.
Well, I mean, the credit I give to Kambosos is that he came in well prepared at 100, as he should, because just like opportunity is, man, you got to be ready for the opportunity. Had he not been ready for the opportunity, prepared, he would have failed.
Say something nice about Haney. Let me hear you say some. Give Haney 3 compliments in a row.
Here's one for you. If Haney,
he's tall, dark, and handsome. There you go, HLD.
if Haney fights Tank Davis, I got Haney outboxing Tank for 12 rounds. The only chance Tank has is if Haney slips and gets caught. That's it. I don't get, and I think Haney has become a more efficient, and like you say, finding more of his. He's learning his identity within the last year and a half. Hopefully, he continues with that. But I got Haney beating Tank. I have him outboxing him and winning a unanimous decision.
So he just picked the nigga he hate the most between the two.
Basically.
No,
Basically.
I just seen enough that I know that Haney can outbox Tank.
But he can't outbox Tio.
Tio doesn't live on knockouts, just only a one punch thing.
But you said he gonna knock out Haney though. You didn't say he was about to outbox Haney. You said he was gonna knock Haney out. HLD.
Oh, because I seen what Haney can withstand. I seen what JoJo did to his chin. I saw what JoJo did to his chin. I saw what Linares did to him. And those two guys, you know, they're nowhere near Tio.
I agree with that, but also I feel like during those fights he didn't have an identity. He was listening to fans saying that he don't get a lot of knockouts, he don't have a lot of punching power, and I think he fought a style that wasn't accustomed to what he is now. Like what I said, now he's dangerous because he knows his identity. He knows no matter what the fans say, fans are gonna be fans. Just go out there and win. Like Vince Lombardi say, win, baby, win. You win and shut him up. Floyd Mayweather was proof of that. Just win. Everything they say about you is gonna go away. Does he have that identity from now on? The way he fights Kambosos, how he's going to fight? Because he didn't fight like that with Linares. He was trying to go toe to toe with Linares, and he also went trying to toe to toe with Jojo Diaz. So you know, is the fight that we saw with Kambosos, is that going to be his new identity? We'll see. Well, Kambosos was his last recent fight, and he had more to lose in that fight. He gave up a lot. So that's why even though he gave up so much, he still remained calm and found his identity. So I'm willing to bet he's gonna fight like that for the rest of his career.
I mean, he would have to. I'm sorry to say, he would have to. He ain't gonna hurt nobody.
And that's what I say. All you got to do is win. They said the same thing about Floyd. Oh, he's feather fisted. He has hand problems, brittle hands. And Floyd has beat He's beat every single person he faced, and every time they put an asterisk by his win. But history books don't care. History books say he undefeated. When 100 years from now they go to box record, it's gonna say a 0 in that loss column, and that's
is that he was standing in the pocket and that was defense. Slip pack. Here you go. I make you pay every time. Pull punch.
Floyd used his legs. Floyd wasn't like James Toney.
Floyd was fucking badass. I mean, there's no way around.
He was, but he didn't fight like James Toney. He didn't stay in the pocket. Floyd used his legs a lot. He would stay in the pocket, but he used the Philly shell a lot with his legs. James Toney would just stand in the pocket and lay in there and dare you to throw your shots.
Well, yeah, but then we see the results. Look at how he's talking nowadays. Come on now.
But that's a different argument, though. That's a different argument. The point I was making is I remember being in school when they were talking shit about Floyd. Oh, Floyd ain't fought nobody. Floyd is this. He can't punch. He ain't got no knockout power. And Floyd won, and he just kept winning. And now they can't say shit.
Now, but back then the era was different too. You had real fucking killers back then that compared to nowadays. We only got a handful. Back then,
but what I'm saying is, if Haney keeps winning, it don't matter what they say. You just gave Haney a compliment, but then it was a backhanded compliment. You said he better box because he can't punch, but that's not his identity. Everybody has a style. His style is a defensive style. He should stick to that and just keep winning. Everybody else will shut up if he do it. They'll put asterisks, but history books will remember him as a winner.
See, but the business of boxing is gonna hurt him with that. That's the only problem.
Not if he keep winning.
We'll see.
Not if he keep winning.
If you saw in the last press conference, man, they were all trying to sell what they all knew was a fucked up, boring ass fight.
You sound muffled. Say it again.
As you saw in the press conference, the last one, man, everybody was trying to sell this boring ass fight.
It's not his fault the fight was boring. It's Kambosos' job to go in there and don't let him be defensive.
There's 2 men in the ring. The fight was boring. Period.
Yeah, I guess it's boring because only one guy was fighting. Kambosos won't doing shit. That ain't Devin Haney's fault. He got the belt and got the W. I said that ain't Devin Haney's fault. He got the job done.
We're talking about being an exciting fight. Was Devin Haney engaging, coming forward, to put the hurt on Kambosos.
At times, yeah. He didn't fight that whole fight on the back foot.
What, 85% of it?
He didn't fight 85% of that fight on the back foot.
That's not true. The rest of it was holding.
That's not true.
Yeah, but he
watch the fight again.
So then on the business side, yeah, he made, like we're saying, if he finds it like that, and that's what he's gonna fight with Kambosos, it's gonna affect him on the business side. Ain't nobody.
I bet you it won't. Everybody, because he's got all the belts. That's the difference, bro. He got all the power. He got all the belts. Somebody gonna have to fight him, and somebody
gonna 135. He probably got at most one fight left at most after this one. So what other belts does he have at 140?
We ain't at 140 yet. Shit, what belts T.O. got at 140? Devin Haney is a 135 undisputed champion.
So then
right now he got all the power, bro.
So Haney Kambosos, let me put it this way. Haney Kambosos produced 1.3 million people watching on ESPN. How many people watch T.O. versus Campo? Almost a million.
Almost a million.
986.
So he beat him there too.
But T.O.'s fighting a number 60 fighter.
I thought you said he won number 60. So
I'm going by you.
I'm holding you to it.
T.O. fought a nobody, and he still produced almost a million.
But I get you on that. You know why? Because people saw him get his ass kicked. They want to see what he looked like. Shit, why are we gonna do some numbers when he fight Hellenius? Because last time you saw him, he got his ass kicked.
So
you look like if you got your ass kicked.
So undisputed fight only produces 3.
And not to be good, and let's not forget when they had his fights, T.O.'s fights on ESPN, it'd be like after the ESPYs, is after a big college game, after the Heisman. Like they're very smart with that.
What fight was with Campo? Was after what?
I don't know. I don't be keeping up with this shit. I don't watch the college football. I don't watch the Heisman shit. But I know that's when they strategically put T.O. fights on. His next fight gonna be right after the Heisman's, right?
They
already promoting it, bro. That's what they promoting as. He fight after the Heisman trophy shit. Yeah, bro. That's what they do. I think his last fight was after the ESPYs, though, wasn't it?
No.
What was going on?
No, nothing going on. It was just him and Campbell.
Oh, there you go. Ain't nothing going on. Hell yeah, we'll watch some free boxing. There you go. Ain't shit going on. Cool. Let's just watch some boxing on free.
What was going on with versus Loma? There was nothing going on. That produced 4.3 million views.
But they promoted it right after the Heisman fight. Remember that? Loma got in the ring. T.O. had the damn football jersey on. You don't remember that?
That was a year after that, though.
It was the year before. They
right.
promoted it.
It was a year after that.
Loma, bro. When he won that fight, Loma got in the ring. T.O. had the football jersey on.
That was the year before. Fight. That was the year before.
No, bro. It wasn't it didn't take a whole year for him and Loma to fight.
Yeah, because COVID came through, man, and they were supposed to fight in the spring. And then the fight got pushed all the way down to till October.
You know what? It was after the Heisman fight when they promoted it. And it was the COVID kicked in. Yeah, he got his ass kicked, though. Yeah, appreciate it. Loma got his ass kicked. Definitely got his ass.
Loma got outboxed. He didn't get his ass kicked.
Got his ass kicked. Did he win?
No, he lost. That's a fact.
Well, he got his ass kicked, like Shelton Moore says. That's my boy Shelton Moore.
I know.
Remember Shelton Moore?
Sound like I heard. I was like, I know I heard that saying before.
He got his ass kicked. That's why we keep saying it like that. It's Shelton Moore. I was like, Shelton Moore called everybody a bum. I was like, is he a bum? Yeah, he's a bum. Is he a bum? He's bum-ish. I was like, bum-ish. I do shit right here. I call people professional sparring partners. They ain't bums. They professional sparring partners. Yeah, Loma got beat. Yeah, he got beat. But he was turning up on T.O. at the end. T.O. ducked that rematch, though. He ain't want no smoke.
T.O. almost stopped him in the 12th. Stop it.
Almost stopped him. Did he drop him? Like he almost stopped Kambosos? You stopped
it. Dropped Kambosos.
He almost stopped Kambosos too, I guess, huh?
Yeah, but he definitely beat him. Ain't nothing to it.
A bunch of almost. Snake T.O.
The only round that Loma outlanded T.O. was the 9th, 10th, and 11th. And the 8th round, they were tied for the same amount of landed punches. As far as output, Teal had more output in every single one of the rounds in Loma, and his highest output and landing rate was on the 12th final round, where he landed, I think it was like 50 something punches out of almost 100 that he threw, and almost knocked him out. Yes, almost knocked him out. Anyway, what are we talking about Teal, man? We're supposed to be talking about Spence and Crawford.
You sound muffled. You sound muffled.
I thought we were supposed to be talking about Spence and Crawford here.
Man, we supposed to be talking about Brandon Walsh. Let me kick you off here. Because all he doing is just beaming in and beaming out.
What happened to the I thought you were doing some type of what, you gonna watch a fight again or something? Rescore something?
Oh, we're gonna rescore this shit. You made me want to rescore that that Haney versus Kambosos. You know, that makes it seem like Kambosos was doing something. Tripping, homie.
Kambosos didn't do much in that fight.
His ass kicked.
No, he definitely got out. He definitely got outclassed. That's a fact.
Devin was pushing him back at times. Y'all make it seem like he was just backing up and holding. You ain't see Devin press forward on him, standing in the center.
Hey, I saw Devin Haney get dropped in that fight, and they didn't call it a drop. I don't know why.
In the Kambosos fight?
Yeah, they said it was a trip, but I saw him get dropped with a body punch.
Oh my God, man. Your hatred, man, is gonna ruin you. That hatred is gonna ruin you. Kambosos ain't even saying he dropped him. Kambosos, you know he would be the first one to come out and say, yeah, I dropped him. He ain't even saying that shit. Well, thank you, Khan. He might have won 2 rounds. Tony Boswell, tell this dude to stop the cap. Appreciate it, Tony. This was a pop-up, man. I've been here way longer than I was supposed to be anyway. But it's all good. I'm just saying, kicking it. We'll put my baby down, and I'll be back for another show.
Copy that, man.
Yeah, just doing a pop-up on y'all. But we definitely gonna it's gonna be all over the place. We'll probably talk about the N-word.
No, man, we done with that, man.
We'll probably talk about the N-word part 3.
Nah, man, no need for none of that. I'm
gonna switch it up. I'm gonna have a whites only panel.
What?
Whites only.
Oh shit, bro.
Whites and Latino only. That's how I'm gonna do the panel.
Now you throwing me in with the whites, man, or as a white Latino?
Well, that's what they said. When you Puerto Rican, you can be what you want to be. You can be black, white, Latino.
Well, no, man. Be honest, my dad, but shit, my dad looks just like you, Mark.
I am your dad. Fuck you.
Who knows? You might be Poppy.
That was weird. I don't like it. I don't want to be your dad. No more.
I'm trying to be funny. My dad is you know, he's as dark as you, and my mother kind of looks like Queen Elizabeth White.
Oh Lord, not the Queen.
Well, I'm just throwing that out there as, you know, just perspective of what I'm talking. So yeah. I got a sister. She's of dark complexion and I'm white. So it's just weird. So it is what it is.
Damn, man. So when you grow up, what did you identify with?
I'm Puerto Rican. That's it.
Mm.
We don't in the island. We don't have that stuff. I mean,
so were you born on the island of Puerto Rico, or were you born here stateside?
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican, and my sister is American Puerto Rican.
Okay, and you guys stay in Florida, right? Y'all grew up in Florida, or
no? I was born in the island, spent years in the island, and also spent years here in the States.
What part, like geographically? I'm trying to figure out. New York, Florida, Texas, California, Midwest.
We can say East Coast.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, we don't identify. I mean, if
the only reason I ask, because some parts of the East Coast have a very strong Latino presence, like i.e., like New York, New Jersey, right. Philly, like certain parts like that, you're gonna get a lot of Latinos that are like in like metro cities, but then you got some places that are like West Virginia. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Not a strong community of the Latino brothers and sisters. That's all the reason I ask. I ain't looking for you, motherfucker. I promise.
No. But when it comes down to that, I mean, You're Puerto
Yes,
Rican. That's
they are,
it.
Chaz. Yes, they are.
You know, Tito Trinidad, Roberto Clemente. You know, these are these. You know, yeah. I think in start talking about Afro Latinos, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But
Miguel
yeah,
Cotto.
Puerto
Do you know
Rican.
where Miguel Cotto was born at?
Was that?
You know where Miguel Cotto was born?
No, not necessarily.
Rhode Island.
No, there you go.
Did you know that?
No, I
Providence,
didn't.
Rhode Island. I never knew that. Providence, Rhode Island. He was born in Providence, Rhode Island. He don't rep that shit at all. He got Boo Boo Andre out here all alone.
Well, he definitely has the attitude of being from Rhode Island, I guess.
Yeah, I did not know that. Yeah, Cotto was born in, he rep Puerto Rico, but he was born in Rhode Island.
Well, they all kind of, you embrace motherland, you know what I mean, and motherland then embraces you, because I mean, for an example, my sister,
I thought the motherland was Africa.
Well, motherland is whatever motherland is where you're from.
Oh hell no, they don't co-opted the motherland.
My motherland is Puerto Rico. That's not co-opted. That's just that's what it is.
Oh, that's your home country. Y'all can't use motherland.
Why not?
I thought motherland was for Africa. I thought that was the word for Africa, motherland.
No, man. In terms of where you're born, like if you're Mexican and your motherland is Mexico, right? Or
no, I didn't think they would use that.
Yeah,
wow. I guess everybody. Yeah, you're right. I just looked it up. One's native country. I thought it was just for Africa. Look at me.
You kind of.
I had to look that shit up.
Yeah, I mean, it just means you're. To me, it's just your origin of where your heritage is from.
Can't imagine hearing. Wow,
yeah,
I just learned something.
Used a lot within the black community, because obviously, motherland was stripped and all that shit. Man, you know what? I wish Eclipse was on, because he talked to me that night.
You sound muffled, bro.
And he informed me about the stuff that I looked into about the board.
You sound muffled. Take the phone out your mouth. You deep throating the receiver.
Here we go. How about now?
Say it again.
I wish Eclipse was there, because he was talking that one day, and he was talking about the Moors, and I started, because I had nothing to say. I never heard all this stuff, and I started looking a little bit into it and shit, and it's very interesting fact that we're of at least parts of our history that is not shown, at least, and explained. That and I definitely started looking into that. I was like, wow. I didn't know that. I have a treadmill, which you have a screen there and a North track, and you have different programs of running, and and the guy was talking about Spain, and he was talking about the Moors, how they were, they took over Spain back in like in the 800s, and he showed the towns that they built and stuff, and from there I started then looking into more of what Eclipse was talking about the Northern Africans of Moors, that how it was very, dude. I was like, I didn't know any of this fucking history. So there's a lot of history that we do not know about, and I wanted to tell him, let's see who I wanted to see, man, because I'm reading more into it, and he was talking about
chopping again.
He was talking about how Africans were already in the Americas before Columbus took the stake of that, and there are some geological evidences that may point to that, amongst other things, because there were already the indigenous peoples that were here, but that others had crossed over, especially from Africa. There's signs and proof that may have been. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. It's a whole documentary on Netflix. I mean, it's on YouTube. It's called "When Moors Ruled the Earth." That's a long, Yeah, it's called when it's a couple. It's like one called when Moors ruled Europe. It's one called when Moors ruled the world. Yeah, so you can find that. It's a lot of information on that, and it gives you names and historical wars and what was going on. And you had two types of Moors. You had like the Dragon Moors and you had the Phoenix Moors. The Dragon Moors were more like tyrants almost. You know what I'm saying? They'd pull up and they were like, "Where's my motherfucking tribute?" And their tribute was like people would give them their children. Like people would pull up and give them their child because they knew, like, hey, you guys are. My child's going to be educated with you. He's going to be smart. He's going to travel the world. Going to be in the army. You know, he's going to be taken care of. Versus it was famine and black plagues all over the world. Versus the Phoenix and Phoenix Moors were more the people that would travel and try to teach people about mathematician, about bathing, about science, about religion and the stars and the moons and all that shit. So you had two types of Moor. The Phoenix Moors were more than enlightened ones. The Dragon Moors were more like the savages. And yeah, them motherfuckers messed the current like of the sea, like going from Africa to like Asian countries. They knew like, hey, this time of the year the current flows this way, so they would go to China and they would take seasonings and shit like that. It's certain parts of Asia you can look up and you can see them statues. Them motherfuckers look like big nose black folks. I ain't even gonna lie, big nose black folks with dreadlocks.
Well, yeah, like Africans. Okay.
Yeah, man. Like, and these statues are still there in like in Asia. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up one on the screen. Let me see. Let's see, but they got a lot of these joints up here. What's this? Wow. Look at some of these statues. Hold on, let me see. Let me share my screen. Look at this dude right here. This don't look like no Asian person.
Oh shit.
These are some of the black Moors though.
Yo, it's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, it caught me, and you know, when he was talking about it, Eclipse that day, I was like, you know, that's why I say quiet. I was just listening to what he was saying, and you know, let me look into it myself and read and listen to about it here on YouTube.
Yeah, look at the great black kingdoms in early Southeast Asia. Look at his nose and his lips on the statue. You see it?
Wow.
This shit crazy, yo. Look
Yeah,
at it.
and like I said, I've never really heard of the empire from the Moors or you know, of them, you know, having their dynasty time, right, where they were in charge, right? They were the ones ruling a lot of great, you know, big parts of Europe.
Like he's like, I'm a Moor. The world is my land. Look at this. This is Central Vietnamese Buddha statue. Look at that nose and the lips on that. What that look like? Just saying. I'm just saying, big dog. This shit is out here. Look at these shits.
No, that one over there, I think, is an Olmec.
What it look like? I'm just saying.
I've read into the Olmecs. You may think that they're Indonesians, they're indigenous people at that time.
I'm just saying, a lot of people say this civilization started in Africa.
There's so many theories about everything. You know, I think Africa at one point was.
It look like his name Marquez right here. Go to Spaniard country, they call him Marquez. Go to France, they call him Marquise. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. All right, I guess we got to get into some Black Power shit later on.
You know, I think
it's word.
No, I think that's about lost history of things and you know, looking into it, man. That you know, I think there's better things to talk about, man. Than you know, let me keep these damn words to myself and all that shit, man. I mean, fuck that. We got better things that we need to be owning and striving to fight for. You know, fucking word.
Hey, HOD. HLD. But in the meantime, I got a show to do.
Copy that.
We gotta have some entertainment. She said, "Let's not go there."
Nah, man.
I had to. I told him. I said, "Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it." Hey, look, HLD, you kept using me in that example all night too. That's why I said it, because he was like, "If me and Mark, we have that understanding, and that's my friend, and that's how we get down." Like, who are you, Karen? Karen, yo, that shit had me rolling. I was fucking rolling, man. I was like, why you keep using me as an example like I gave him the N-word pass or something? We ain't had that conversation yet. I mean, why you keep bringing me up? I ain't say that. You know, I got 100 emails, like my boy Rapstar would say. I got 2,000 emails over the weekend, yeah? Like, nigga, you got 2 emails, bro. Nah, but I don't know what we're gonna talk about later, but it's gonna be a good show, guaranteed, man. You got any final thoughts? I'm about to try to put this baby to bed, so I can be back live in about 2 hours. Queen P popped up out of nowhere. She said, "Let's not go there, Mark. Let's not go there." All right, okay. So we lost HLD. All right, cool, perfect. Queen P, we can't go there. That shit was fun. I said, "Say what's up, my nigga, before I let you go." Call me a nigga. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap, bro. Don't do it. It's a trap. Yeah, don't do it. All right, well, that's it, man. I had fun on this pop-up episode, man. This was fun, man. I appreciate y'all keeping me entertained throughout the day. She was like, "No, marqnash, we're not going to do that." Rest in peace to King Shooter. Rest in peace to King Shooter. I guess he was a king of shooting after all. Karma, you a motherfucking fool. All right, man. I love y'all. Hope you love yourself. If not, God doing marqnash in the neighborhood though as well. And there's nothing you can do about it. All right. Remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. Go there and get your goals. I'll see y'all in about 2 hours or so. Okay. Y'all have a good night. If this is the last time I talk to you, y'all have a good night. I do not know what we're gonna be talking about later. But we'll figure it out. We'll talk about something. Y'all know how we do. We have something good to talk about. Hold on, get a bonus month of preview. Do I get a bonus? What's this? Who is this? I don't know who this is. Nah, I ain't taking no calls on me. This one over, bro. I ain't taking no calls. I'm wrapping this one up, and I'll see y'all in about 2 hours. I'll do another pop-up episode. No, it's all good. He said you two guys killed my phone. Nah, right on time, bro. It's right on time. I really enjoyed y'all. Nah, you good. I'm wrapping this one up anyway. He said your audio was fine. It was on my end. Well, shame on you, Poison Dagger. You got poisoned audio. Okay, poisoned audio. But yeah, I love y'all, man. I see y'all in about 2 hours or so. All right, it's your man Nash Breaking Beats. I'll see you in the next one. Replay available on members only. Peace.
This that squad sound.
Subscribe. I don't care how many subscribers he has. Support him. So he made all this possible. He made this possible.
Conshine, you said going live for Canelo Triple G or just the post fight? Both. Doing both. Hold on, no. I don't think I'm gonna do both. I think I'm gonna probably be watching the fight with the members backstage. So members only will probably be watching the fight, but I'm not doing. Then we'll do a post game. They said probably will watch on members only. We do that. Yeah, that's probably how we're gonna do it. You're right, Rob G. All right, man. I'll see y'all in about 2 hours.